morning, everybody, and welcome to match day 4 of the Premier League. It's Leicester, not Everton, versus West Ham United. I've been up for all of 10 minutes. Don't tell anyone that, though, because it's a bit embarrassing. Apparently, I've got a middle parting today. That's another thing that's happened. We're going to go as we go. It's your boy, Charlie Walsh, a.k.a. Tom Ladd, alongside Tom Atherton. Athers 32. Tom, Leicester City, how are you feeling?
I don't know. I've only just woken. I'm saying I haven't just woken up. I'm only joking. Yeah, no. I haven't seen the teams. I don't know. I've been out walking the dog this morning whilst you've been catching some beauty sleep.
It doesn't look like it's been successful. I can't lie to you.
So no, I've literally rushed back in. Had a shower and whatnot, so I haven't seen the teams. Don't know if Jamie Vardy and those guys are fit. Don't know if Diop and Moyes are back. I don't know any of that. So it's kind of like I'm going to have to assess when I see who is lining up for us today. Whether there's big changes from midweek. So yeah.
Okay. Well,
how about you? You feeling confident?
Yes. Weirdly. Again, really? I also haven't seen the team, and I've only been up 10 minutes, so I don't think I should be trusted on anything ever. But I wouldn't say I was confident in terms of like I really think we're going to go out and smash them. I think it's more. I think we've got a chance. I think Leicester are a team you get a chance against, and it's similar to how I felt like we had a chance against Everton in a sense. We just didn't take any of it. We didn't even threat to take that chance. And then at the same time, if we have a chance against, anyone else really. I mean, Wolves as well. I think there's something there. We'll have a look at the lineups. We'll discuss it. But before that, Tom, do you know what time it is? Do you know what right now is?
I can have a guess, but I feel like I want you to say it.
Well, right now is the best time to become a patron for Hammers Chat, because at the beginning of the month you get maximum bang for your buck. I can't stress this enough to you, okay? Maximum bang for your buck, because the way Patreon works is you get charged at the beginning of each month. So the earlier in the month you do it, just the more stuff you get for the money you pay. Like it's just a golden situation. Match day, pre-match day morning shows with Gio and Gonzo. Opposition previews with Gio, which are very good. Tom, you got a bit of chocolate just on the corner of your mouth, on the right hand side of your mouth.
Yeah.
There.
Oh yeah.
Opposition previews with Gio, which are very good. To be honest with you, I watch them to get my information on the teams we're going to face. It's just super useful. 2 Spanners, 1 Hammer with myself hosting and fellow Hammers Chat patron and Spanner in the chat right now, Ray Borum. We host it. We get you involved. Yes, you. If you become a patron, you can come on that show. There's loads of stuff going on there. Mug of teas every month. There's a lot of stuff. Basically, what I'm saying is, now's the time to get involved. So if you do patreon.com/Hammers Chat, come get involved, people. Now's the time. Now's the time. So, Tom. Love that vibe.
Hello.
So whose team do you want first? Do you want West Ham's or do you want Leicester's?
Let's go Leicester first. Let's go Leicester first.
So as per usual, you're going to get a complaint from me about their social media team. And it's that they do it, how they upload it. They upload it in a sort of, in a similar way to other clubs where you have the click-through link to go to their site. But it's also a GIF at the same time, which is fancy. But for my specific purposes, when we do this,
Irish Torrey, I'm so sorry. It's a horrible time because it's just before lunch, and I'm not going to be able to have lunch because I'm doing this. So I'm trying to get a snack in beforehand to see myself through. So I apologise.
Whereas I have got some croissants to eat, but I have to take stomach medication, which you're going to see me take in a second. Which means I also can't eat for half an hour after that. So I'm just going to diet for the next half an hour. But anyway, Leicester, that's how Leicester do it. And it's very frustrating. So we're going to have to look at it like this, which isn't perfect, but there we go. Leicester line up as such. Schmeichel in goal. I can never pronounce his name. How do you pronounce it? Castagna, thank you. That's the one I'm going to struggle with today. Amati, Soyuncu, Evans, Justin, Mendy, Tillemans, Pereira, Barnes, Vardy. So they're going with their 3/5 at the back system.
Oh dear.
Talk to me.
Keep it on this screen, just so I can just see the pictures as it rolls through. It's a difficult team. Yeah, it's. They're going to be difficult to break down. I mean, they're 3 from 3 for a reason. They've got some good young players there, of course. Vardy is non-stop scoring goals. James Justin, I think his name is, looks very accomplished over at left back for who seems to have slotted in nicely for Ben Chilwell. Castagna, obviously, there's no Pereira at the moment for them, so Castagna slots in perfectly and has been off to a flyer so far at the start of the season. Really looks like a good attacking fullback that always wants to get involved for them. He's got the engine, the speed as well. Soyuncu's obviously the rock at the back, although Marty and Evans, I guess you could say, are probably 2 of the weak links. But again, Mendy, Tielemans, Perez, Barnes, Vardy. They're going to be very similar to Wolves all over the. Sorry, excuse me. I'm just going to mute my phone. They're going to be very similar to the Wolves team that we faced the other day. Lots of pace on the counter, good finishers potentially, supposedly good in defence. And I'd say they are a very similar team to Wolves, but I think it will be a different result today. Put it that way. So. Sound, Charlie.
Thank you. I'm really awake. The thing is with Leicester is that I felt like this was the one we had a chance against anyway. I felt like this was the one where we were going to be able to step up and get a result, get something from. When I looked at the fixtures, I thought, okay, that's the game I'm aiming for, where I think we can pick up points, because the difference between them and Wolves are they're going to step to us more. They're going to be the team who are going to play more attacking football, going to really try and push us, right? And that plays into our hands. It's about whether we can cope with that. It's about whether we can deal with that. But that does play into our hands because we play a counter-attacking defensive system. So when I look at that team, it's not. I don't think I've seen them playing 3 at the back under. I've ever seen them playing 3 at the back under thingy this year. I don't know. I don't remember. But I know that's how they're going to play. I know that's how they're going to step to us. It's obviously a very good side, but there are notable key people missing. We're not seeing not Benjamin Mendy. Sorry, we're not seeing. We've got Mendy instead of Ndidi, for example. We've got. There's 1 or 2 things there where I go, okay. Vardy being back isn't good. Barnes is obviously in great form. Perez, I've always liked as a player. But I don't know. I don't think it's an infallible team. I don't think it's an unbeatable team, Tom, is what I would say.
No, not at all. Sorry, I'm finished. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't. Obviously, nearly there. There we go. I think obviously they're going to pose a similar threat to Wolves on the counter, especially sitting in, looking to counter that kind of stuff. And I'll say they're a good team because it feels like with them specifically, if one guy goes down injured, another similar sort of player who has similar styles steps into the place and plays just as well. So. They're 3 from 3 for a reason. They've got a fantastic manager in Rodgers who seems to have gotten firing on all cylinders last season. They did have a bad end to last season, but they have started well again this season. So it's going to be a tough game. It is going to be a tough game today. It's weird though. I can't remember the last time seeing both teams, especially like the Leicester versus West Ham, both playing 5 at the back, which will be interesting. I don't know if they've employed that. We should have had a look before we started today whether they employed a 5 at the back against Man City or whatnot. But yeah, interestingly, no James Maddison either as well, which he seems to have been left out to start the first few games. He's been coming off the bench, obviously scored against City last week, but noticeable that they're not missing him by not having him start. You know, they've won all three games to start. So, yeah.
Well, this is one of the benefits to being a patron, of course. This is when Gio does his opposition previews. And I had it on the background last night while I was setting this stream up because I knew how horrendous it was going to be for me getting up today. So I set it all up last night. And as I was doing that, I did have it on in the background. And he was talking about, Gio was talking about the 3 at the back system that they've played. But I didn't see what game they played it in because I'm really poor at my job. Let's get to the West Ham lineup.
I swear to God, Charlie, if he's not gone back to the 5 at the back, and I might as well just leave now.
Well, you'd be pleased to know that it does look like a 5 at the back, and that we have and debut in the team.
Big debut,
and also just in this cheeky corner, AJ. Fabianski in goal. How are we pronouncing his name? Let's decide now. Kufal, Sufal.
I think it's Sufal.
Sufal. Okay, we'll go with Sufal.
I don't know. Thankfully, there's a lot of Czech people that had been in and around our comments the last couple of days who were wishing us well and sort of telling us that they'll be following us because now we've got 2 of their guys from Slavia Prague. So I think, Sufal, Sufal, Chufal, Sofal, Sofal.
Let's go for. I'll go for Sufal for now.
Wrong answers only in the chat.
Wrong answers only.
We will get to you guys, but I think it is. I don't even know. Do you know what? It's too early, isn't it? Let's just go with.
If we're going, wrong answers only. I'm going with Koff Owl at right back making his debut. Balbuena, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Masuaku at left wing back, Rice, Souček in the middle, Fornals, Bowen, Antonio with a bench of Randolph, Johnson, Noble, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, Anderson, Sebastian, Haller. Not a shock by any stretch of imagination, I don't think. In fact, it's exactly the exact lineup that I thought he will go with for the next foreseeable future.
Yeah, I'm inclined to be. I'm happy with that. Legit. I can't be, because if we're praising him for what he did against Wolves, the way he lined up, you can't change a winning team per se. Except I think it's the right decision to bring. As we can see, all these guesses here: Chusal, you shall not pass. Stufel, Scuffle. We'll call him Gandalf. Yeah, just do that. Bringing Gandalf in at right back.
He's a young-looking Gandalf. You got Grey, Gandalf the White. I don't know which one this is. Gandalf the Czech, I guess.
Vlad. There we go. Eric.
Vlad. That's the way to say it, isn't it? We'll just start with Vlad.
Vladimir. So
probably wouldn't have done the accent personally, but that's personal choice on my behalf.
Vladimir. I think obviously Balbuena. I think Johnson didn't look at the races when he came on the other day. There was a sort of instantly was beaten by Pedro Neto down his side. So not really his fault. I guess he wasn't up to the speed of the game and he was instantaneously beaten. But you've got to give him the new signing a run out today. See what he's about. See how good he is. I'm excited to see him. Not just because he's a new signing, but if he's half the player that we got in Thomas Souček, and we were speaking about it on Friday Night Likes, the best shows on West Ham YouTube the other day. We are looking forward to having his engine, his leadership. We said the guy runs 13k a game, which is fantastic. Having some passion, and if he can be anything like Thomas Repka, I am so excited because Thomas Repka was in both of our My Hams 11s. Yes. We loved him. We loved him. So I am really excited to see this guy. I think he's gonna do bits for us. I think he's one of those signings that goes under the radar because he's not like Castagna that signed for Thingy. He's kind of people look back and go, Sufal, never heard of him, but he puts in a shift every week. So I'm excited.
And I've just had to click on the Leicester website to find their subs bench again. The GIF is very nice, Leicester's media team, if you're watching this, but the fact I've got to dive in is very annoying. So he's not a big signing, as is on their bench Under, who's called Roma.
Changes Under. Do you know what? I will say this about this guy. If Ed is still here in the chat, there was a guy that all things Leeds. If there's a guy that we used to go to uni with. It's called Sam Bannister. Really nice guy. He's not going to watch this at all because he has no interest in West Ham. But he is fantastic training journalist, and he supports Roma. Doesn't support an English team, but supports Roma. And he writes on the official Roma website. First piece he did for them was about Cengiz Under, or however you say it. And he'd watched him a few times, and he kept saying to us and telling people, "This guy is legit. Like, this guy is such a baller." And I think after he put that article up, he hadn't really sort of made his way into the first team at Roma. And Sam said that he'd sort of seen him in the background for reserve games and playing elsewhere and stuff like that. And he was like, "Just give this guy a chance, and he will score goals." And he went on an insane run towards the end of the season. That was about a year and a half ago. He's sort of one of the hot properties in English football. And I know he's playing for Leicester, but because of the way that Sam, the guy I used to go to uni with, the way he spoke of him, I'm genuinely excited to see him in the Premier League, because I think Leicester, if he plays how I listened to my uni mate said, then Leicester have got a real talent on their hands in Under. Oh no, they actually signed him. I didn't even realise. Funny. Charlie.
That's fine. I'm here. I'm on it, guys. Don't worry. He said lying. Anyway, under Danny Ward Fofana, who I was saying is in the team after signing for them. Fuchs, Iniacho, who of course we were interested in at one point. Mark Albright, who still exists apparently, and Hamza Chowdhury. So, Tom.
Funny that, isn't it? When you try and sign a centre back, it works.
I know. It's just depressing. I do think there's something to be got from this game. They are more open.
Sorry.
They are more. I know. No, it's fine. No. Here's what I'll say. They're a more open team than we are. I'm not saying it because we're good. I'm just saying it because realistically, their style suits us. They're a more open team who are going to try and go for us a lot more than we will try and go to them. And we do better against teams who do that, because that's literally the entire point of David Moyes' system, is to sit, is to absorb, is to hold, and then to try and at least hit them on the counter, right? He's got the most counter-attacking team out he potentially could in this team. I mean, you're looking at potentially a situation where you could change, say, Fornals for an Anderson or something, if you're looking for a pure pace or something like that. But... it is the counter-attacking team. It is the West Ham side we all expect. It's the one we know how plays. We know when we know how he plays. I don't think we've got a chance because I think we're good and better than Leicester. I do think we've potentially got a better bench than them. But it's just a situation where I think there's something to be got. Now, we probably won't, because again, we're not good and Leicester are very good. But stylistically, this is the sort of match which suits us. And that's why before the season started, I predicted us to pick up points from this game in this horrendous period we've got when we did hammer the point with Ray on American House Network. Shout out Ray, who's in chat. My fellow host on Two Spanners One Hammer, the Patreon exclusive podcast, which you can be a part of. That's why. I mean, if I wasn't thinking about that, I would say we're about to get battered. But I've also been up for 37 minutes at this point. So.
Who's talking right now? Is this tired, Charlie, or is this awake and?
I don't know if at this point in my life, I don't know if there's a difference. I think I am one horrendously.
Thank you, James Gunn. I did see it.
Thank you,
donation. Thank you very much for that.
Hang on. Am I? Is this a dream? Has he been sold to Anderlecht?
He hasn't been sold, but there's genuine talk that Anderlecht are looking at him before the end of the window, and there's genuine interest, supposedly.
Very quickly, how do you feel about that? I've got an opinion, but I want to know what you say first.
How do I feel about it? I just think it's typical West Ham, typical David Sullivan at that point. I don't want to get too down and depressed, because I can sit here and you're just boring, and because everybody feels the exact same way. But if it is the case, I feel I hope Josh does amazingly well over at Anderlecht. but B, kind of feel quite sorry for him because he's been treated like shit, really, by the club for the last few years, just constantly going out on loan, coming back in pre-season, different manager, trying to make him, the case that he should stick around the team.
Yeah.
More than not in pre-seasons actually does that and then gets shipped out on loan again. So I actually feel quite sorry for him. But if he has to go to Anderlecht to carve out his career, then good luck to him. I wish, like Diangana and Ngakia, even though some of our fans weren't, I hope that, I wish him all the best. I hope he does bits. And I will just say, because I met him, because he used to get his hair cut in the same place as I got my hair cut in Leeds, so I have an affinity for Josh Cullen.
Anyway. Why was he getting his hair cut in Leeds?
So when he played for who did he
Bradford?
Play? Bradford, yeah.
Right.
But he came across to the barbers that I was at in Leeds, and it was genuinely a really good barber.
Genuinely a great barber, as if that was the part of the story I was going to pick up.
They were just like they said.
I don't trust your idea. Don't trust your idea of a quality barber, Thomas. I can't.
No, I went in there one time, and then obviously I think I went in a West Ham shirt one day, and they said, "Oh, yeah, you should come back here, in a couple of weeks or something." Josh Cullen gets his haircut in here, and sure enough, came back in a couple of weeks later. They were like, he usually comes in same sort of time every week or so. Came in, and there he was, sat having his haircut.
Love that. I've got a weird rash on. I'm having a mare today, Tom.
Morning, everyone. Morning. Welcome to the morning streams.
with the Cullen thing, do you know what? Do I want him to go? No, because I want him to play first team for West Ham. But that's the perfect situation for me. I don't want to see him go out on loan again. I want him to stay here because I think he's got a chance of being something at the club. But in reality, I'm thinking, do you know what? Anderlecht's a huge opportunity for you. Go do it, bro. Step out. I'm a huge proponent.
Great club for young players. Well.
I'm a huge proponent. Check your answer. Of seeing English players, British players go abroad. I want to see it more often. It frustrates me that it doesn't happen more often. And so to see, if it is being sold to Anderlecht as opposed to a loan, don't get me wrong. I think I wouldn't complain if it was a loan either, because I think it's a great opportunity for him to go and get game time and then this, that, and the other. But going wouldn't be a bad thing.
Should we quickly say hello to the chat before we go any further?
Yeah. Right. So, are you ready for this? I'm going to read them out quick because what I'm hoping is that will flush the tiredness out of my system, and I'll come out of that a more awake man.
If not, I will reach through the screen and slap you. Go.
Love that. Morning to. It's almost afternoon at this point, but morning to Asia Whitford, Chai Wi-Fi, Kieran James I've never known how to pronounce your surname, so I'm just going to say Kieran. Shout out, good man. Fashizi, Garino, Gary, Irish Tommy, James Gunn, Jordan Green, Kevin Crawford, Liam MCC, Mark Noon, Mickey Smith, Nathan Charles, Ray Bourne, Rebecca, Richard Holmes, Stevie C, and Waddy World. Hello, everyone. If I've missed you, I apologise. But I think that's everyone who's around right now. Hello. Good morning. Right, I'm
David
out.
Trevitt, who's just jumped up. FJ Shorts. Stevie
hello.
C.
Hello.
All of you that are joining us. All of you that are joining us at this stupid hour. Even though it's midday, but still.
It's stupid hour for me specifically.
Farmer Chris and Schizo. There you go. Hello. Sorry.
Oh, and Schizo. Yes. Sorry, Schizo. I did see you earlier. I apologise. What happens is I look at the participants in the YouTube chat, and I think it only includes people who have messaged very recently. But I did see you earlier, Schizo, so hello. I know it's stupid, Tom, but I just feel like there's something here. David Croft.
That's calm. Like last season when I said, I was the only one who said that we were going to beat Chelsea and everyone went, "You're mad." I respect that you think that, and I will come to you at the end of the day and go, well done if you got it right. I just think we're going to get slapped about today. I think Leicester are genuinely going to dick on us. I think they're a very good side. Well drilled, well coached. They're in form. There's a reason why Jamie Vardy's in my team this week as captain.
Yeah.
It's because he's going to get a hat trick. What are your score predictions then, Charlie? What are you saying for the game? How a chat as well. Let's have a look. Let's see score predictions for everybody. How are we feeling?
It's a good question.
It's Mr. Confidant over there. What are you saying?
It's a question I don't know an answer to. Let's talk it through out loud, and where we get to, we get to. Leicester are going to score. West Ham are going to score. I look at that Leicester team, How many goals do I think they've got in them? Several.
Many.
At least 2. I look at that West Ham team. How many goals do I think they've got in them? At least 1.
Not many.
How much of a risk am I willing to take?
Well, just let me just put this. Let me seed this into your mind real quick.
2-2.
Sow it. No, let me sow this into your mind.
2-2.
They put 5 past Man City.
2-2. Man City or Man City, bro. I don't. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, Man City, blood.
They put 5 past there and they go draw to lead. Man City are a weird side. 2-2. Look, 2-2.
No,
Man City aren't set up purely to defend like we are.
See, I will say, right, quickly, notoriously, we've been okay at Leicester the last couple of seasons in the league. Like, we put in some decent performances at Leicester. I think back to 2014, the year they won it, we made them stumble and they got that bogus penalty.
Yeah. We
beat them last season or season before last 3-0. Or something, not 3-0. It was when Noble hit that wonder volley. Balbuena scored there last year as well, I think.
Sure.
It's a game that João Mario scored there. Like, I think we generally score goals. The only reason I just mentioned João Mario is because I'm currently the boss at Inter on my FM career mode.
Of course.
And I re-signed João Mario for them just because, yeah. But we put 4 past Wolves.
And Seaside Hammer said, which I don't know how often me and Seaside agree, but we agree there at least.
I think it'll be a good game. You're saying 2-2. I'm going to be
2-2.
I'm going to say 2-1 West Ham. I fooled you all.
Am I statistically?
No, I'm joking. I think it's going to be 3-2 to Leicester. I think I don't see both teams being able to keep a clean sheet. I also don't trust us to use our bench to get back into the game. When I'm looking at those 2 teams on paper, I'm just thinking Leicester have got at least 3 in them. Like I said, they put 5 past City with ease the other week. A few penalties and whatnot. But yeah, I think we're in for it's going to be hopefully an entertaining game.
Yeah, when I say we have a better bench, I did forget that we aren't going to use them.
Oh yes, slight update as well, because I don't know if you all known yesterday or people in the chat, there is an update to the handball rule this weekend. Did you know about this?
No, but I've never really cared. But go on, lay it down for me.
So basically, you know all the bogus penalties that have been given out the last few weeks in the Prem.
No,
so
I barely.
Well, you think Gabriel?
I'll be honest with you. I barely know my own name.
The ball to hand, basically, they've told the rest to be a lot more lenient. So if the hand is down and away, I think from their body, it's not a penalty. They need to be more lenient. Okay. But apparently, if your arm is up above like here and it hits you, I think that then they look to give that as a penalty. But they've been told to be a bit more lenient going into this weekend. So there you go. It's just a.
So in incoming Italy international somehow Angelo Ogbonna getting handball.
That was unbelievable. I'm so happy for him. He deserves.
So am I. He's been playing well enough to get a call up for his country. The problem is it's Italy and they have a lot of incredible centre backs. So it is what it is.
My coffee's down. I'm ready.
Caffeine, that would be nice.
I've had a meal kick. Feeling good.
So let's have a look at what people in the chat are saying score-wise. We have, scrolling up, the first one I can see is David, who just popped in at that moment, saying 2-1 West Ham. Like the positivity, David. Greg with the 1-1, Antonio for us, Vardy for them. They are the people who are going to score in my head as well. I don't know whether it's just that, though. Colin Warwick, 3-1 Foxes. Eric Olgstead, 4-1 Foxes. We're starting to see the ones that I suspect we would see. Farmer Chris, 3-2. James Gunn, 3-1 Leicester. IMO, think they'll be too good for us. Jordan Green, 2-2. Nathan, it could be embarrassing 4-1 Leicester. Fair. Peach, the 5'9". We have 3 goals in us today. See, I don't disagree that we could do it. But I don't know. My tired self is getting, I was going to say ahead of myself, but it's more just behind what I want to be about.
So supposedly, that according to PJ something on, hang on, let me just check the football journalist for leading Belgian newspaper, Josh Cullen is in at Anderlecht, and it's a permanent move.
That's a great move for him.
That's a great move for him, but it's also wild. I would never have put those. I would never put him at Anderlecht, but fair enough. I think he'll smash it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Joins
a
up
great move.
with Kamar Roof. I think he's over there at the minute. Another Englishman. Do you remember Kamar Roof?
I remember the name.
Yeah. And Vincent Kompany, obviously, as manager. Samir Nasri's over there.
I forgot about Kompany's the manager.
Yeah. It's an interesting one.
I'm hyped for him. Big if true. I'm hyped for him. I do think it is true.
Marco Canna, Yari Verscharen. I'm just thinking again because I just go and
look at you naming players.
Yeah, because I just go and rob them on Football Manager.
We
always.
can all name footballers.
Van der Voort, I think.
David Silva. Okay, we can all name footballers.
Van der Voort, the goalkeeper over there. I'm pretty sure.
Good knowledge. Very good knowledge, to be fair.
Kamar Roof. Apparently, he's gone to Rangers. Shows you how much I know. There you go.
I knew the name. Dan Fordham 3-1 Leicester, but will score first. Bray's predicting a Bowen hat trick. I think he's a bit mad, but that's fair enough.
Craig Bellamy is a coach at Anderlecht.
Foshizi is. Please look into that. I need to know this. Foshizi is booing him. Fair enough. The real Waffers 32, Tom's brother, of course, is saying 2-1 to West Ham.
He is. He's the under 21s manager. My word.
That's excellent. That's an excellent piece of trivia, isn't it? That really is.
That's mad.
Foshizi 2-0 Leicester. Morgan Lloyd is 2-0, 2-1 or 3-1 Leicester. I get paid £50. It's probably a safe bet. We can't lie about it.
Anthony Van den Boer. Oh, you're right, Jeff. I saw him go off.
Anthony Van den Boer. Remember when he was like one of the hot properties in football?
Van den Boer has been sent off. Chris Kamara. Has he, Jeff?
Has he?
I don't know, Jeff.
I don't know. I saw him going off, but I thought it was a substitution.
No, you're right. I saw him go off. I thought they were bringing someone, Jeff. According to our sources, Anthony Van den Boer has been sent off. I don't know what that accent was, but
it was just there. Clips says we're due a 0-0. Bold for today, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You have to predict it at some point, right? FJ Sauce 2-2 with a brace for Antonio. Nathan Charles 1-1. Teapot Pixie 2-2. Mark Noon 4-0. Peach 5 foot. It's just I can't. It's just because Royce the 5'9" in my head. I can't get it out. So every time I say Peach the 5 foot, my brain just goes straight to the rapper Royce the 5'9".
Nathan Charles, really quickly, who says, "Didn't Craig Bellamy getting accused of bullying?" I'm pretty sure he domed. Was it Rita off of his Swede with a golf club? I'm pretty sure he nearly killed them.
Getting accused of bullying, I think that's just Craig Bellamy's entire career, if we're being honest.
I'm pretty sure he smashed a golf club off someone's head. I'm pretty sure.
And the final one I can see is Rebecca 2-1 West Ham. So there's more positivity than I was expecting. There's more positivity than I was expecting in the chat. I can't lie. I thought I was going to be the odd one out in this scenario. But there's a couple of people there. Jeffrey Silence rocks up. Good evening.
Shout out Mitchell for that one. Bellamy coaching in Belgium is up there with David James rocking up as a player manager in India.
That was wild. And then when he went to Thailand. Do you remember when David James he also went on to play in the Icelandic top division?
Did he?
He did. He was playing for what's his name? Icelandic guy. He used to play centre back for Portsmouth when David James was there. Hreidarsson. Hreidarsson was the manager.
Hreidarsson,
and then he signed him for his team in Iceland, which again is just a series of words that I was not expecting to say at any point.
Please, could I quickly say, because I'm just going to quickly go and get a drink in a sec, just because we are 8 minutes away from kick-off. Kevin Dorfield, thank you so much for joining us. Please, that's one thing I don't want to see today. I don't want to see Craig Dawson in that chat. Please. Just keep him out of there.
Are you ready for this? You ready for this, Tom? You ready for this, Tom? I wouldn't say no to Craig Dawson. Go and get your thing. Go and get your thing. It'll be a discussion we'll have at some point.
What? What?
Go get your thing. We'll talk about it. Now he's gone. I can just say I was saying that for effect. Although I'm not entirely against it. So hello to everyone in the chat. Like I said before, I'll give it one more shout out just before kickoff. Now is the greatest time to become a member on the Patreon. The beginning of the month is the time to do it. They charge at the beginning of every month, so now is the biggest time to get bang for your buck. I need people to come on the Patreon exclusive podcast, Two Spanners, One Hammer. I need it. Okay, I'm looking for people. Wally's in the chat. He's been on the show. Ray's obviously been on the chat. Tom's been on the show. Rebecca is in the chat. She's been on the show. I'm looking for people to come on, and it could be you. It could be you. All you need to do is sign up to the Ham Chat Patreon, and then you can come on the show, and you get everything else that comes with it. You get the matchday morning streams, you get the opposition previews, you get the mug of tea, you get the cheeky bonus videos, the giveaways. One month we sent everyone a pin just for saying thank you, just a little pin badge to say thank you for being a patron. So come get involved if you want to. Now's the best time to do it. But yeah, hello everyone. Good morning. I'm starting to wake up finally. I was going to make a cup of tea before this. I'll be real. I was going to, but I just didn't. I just didn't have the time. I'm going to mute Tom as he's just talking to his mum. He's just making a lot of noises. I think he usually mutes himself when he leaves, but he's clearly far too stuff. Out of the patrons, look at that. You love the support. You love the support. Jeffrey Chestelli saying he'll come on next season. Jeffrey, you would be more than welcome, my friend. Tom's here. He said right. Yeah.
Right. What the fuck? You've got 6 minutes to explain yourself. 6 minutes. So you've got 6 minutes.
I'm not saying I would prefer him as opposed to just buying a proper, like, first choice, like, big name centre back. But when you talk about all of these random, like, older people who we've got links with, do you know what that means? It means I can eat a croissant. So I'm not saying I would prefer him to, say, who was that guy? What's the name? Right, you're better at pronouncing names than I am. The guy who we were trying to sign from Marseille.
Oh, Mar something.
Smooth. You're better at pronouncing Mar something. I'm not saying I would prefer him over that. Obviously, I think we should go, if we're going to get a centre back, I do think we should go out and spend the money on one, right? I don't think we have enough. Although ideally, you could make the argument that actually, no, we do need one, right? But when we're talking about that sort of cluster of players that we keep getting linked with, your Phil Joneses, your Steve Cooks from Bournemouth and everything, I think he's the best one out of them. I think Greg Dawson is far from an exciting centre-back by any stretch of imagination. I would say he's this. For someone who would be incredibly cheap, he's an all-right value for money.
No,
he scores goals. You might as well. Sorry, so you're saying?
He scored goals for Tony Pulis.
Right, I've muted him so I can say stuff because otherwise he won't shut up. So are you telling me you would rather Phil Jones? So are you telling me you would rather Steve Cook?
Can I finish?
Would you rather Phil Jones?
No.
Would you rather Steve Cook?
You said he scored.
Would you rather Steve Cook?
You said
no. Listen to my words. Would you rather Steve Cook?
Listen to my point.
No. Listen. Would you rather Steve Cook? Yeah, and we've got David Moyes in charge. What's the difference? So would you rather Steve Cook?
I'd rather how about I'd rather none of them.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying out of that cluster we keep getting linked with of older names because we're idiots.
Yeah, I don't want any of them.
He's the one I would go for. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's a great signing, that we should go out and get him, that he's going to start. I don't think he's better than flipping Balbuena. Most people hate Balbuena. And I don't think he's better than Balbuena.
I'd much rather have you at centre half than any of them. But this is like...
I'm a big boy. I take up a lot of space, if anything.
The only reason that, for me, that he used to score goals was because he was the only reason... Sorry, I'm just being told to shut up.
Thank you, Ted. Appreciate it. Thank you.
This is the issue that I have, because the players are walking out at the minute. So we'll be going any minute now. What's the point? It's just that we shouldn't be in this position. We shouldn't be in a position where we're saying, oh, well, we're going to have to take one of these older centre-halves. And this is what annoys me so much, is that we're sitting there arguing over, would I rather Craig Dawson or Steve Cook? I don't want any of them. If David Moyes has said at the start of the window, I want James Tarkowski because I think he's going to improve my team. I want to play 5 at the back and I want to have a sure defender in there. You go get him, James Tarkowski. Fair enough. It may be a bit, extra that you have to spend or whatever. But if that's the manager's number one target, go get him. If he wants an English centre-back, go get James Tarkowski. It's so simple. This is... I'm really going to try and not do this as short as possible when it's 3 minutes before kickoff. Leicester wanted Fofana. They went and got Fofana. Everton want Godders, and they're probably going to get Godders. We, on the other hand, will try and sign Tarkowski, and we won't end up with any of them. It's just... Charlie's quickly full screen me, so I don't want to just sit and rant like to myself.
I'm only full screening you because I need to find a stream, and so I'm just sort of figuring it out. To whoever said it in the chat a second ago, I can't remember who it was. Stevie C. Yes, Ginger's just putting stuff in the stream links now. Go to the Hammers Chat Discord. There's a link in the description below, and you can join up. You can see your streams. You can get involved with a little cheeky community. We're building there. We've got some things planned, myself and Tom. We've got some things planned. So that's why I full screened him. I'm trying to figure that out. Do feel free to rant. We're signing Craig Dawson. You're going to have to get over it at some point. Carry on.
Get ready for starting the timer.
Oh, yeah. Let me know the second it starts on the press.
Okay. Omerophobia, shout out. Hello, welcome. Can Tom and Charlie stop arguing and pick on Rebecca? I can't do that because she's a very nice person. I love her. She's a good mate. She is a top person. So no, unfortunately, I cannot hate or pick on Rebecca. Yeah, I mean, just you're all. No, can you take her out? That was the whole point. I don't want her in here. Huh?
So I'm just going to mute Tom while he has this conversation, but I'm not going to take him full screen off because I think it's actually quite funny. Hello, Ombrophobia. Good to see you, my friend. I'm also not going to pick on Rebecca. Not today. I'm too tired. I'm too tired and too hungry. I still haven't eaten this flipping thing. But yeah, links up on the Discord. Go check it out, guys. Now Tom's back. He can carry on his rant. Thomas.
Hello. No, rant's gone now. It's just the chat is, like I said, everybody feels the same way. It's get ready, by the way, Charlie, for the timer to start as Ted Crilly makes his way to the touchline. Who is refereeing today? I've never seen him before. I thought you were about to say they're Craig Revel-Horwood.
Craig Revel-Horwood.
Okay, get ready.
I'm ready when you are. Here we go. Big place.
Just waiting for them to take a knee.
This is stress. This is tense right now.
And okay, they're taking a knee.
Big dubs incoming, people. Here we go.
And go. There we go. And we're off.
We are off. Yeah, I'm going to disappear for a second again.
Okay, yeah. If you are, again, just joining us and you are in need of a link today, in the description, join up to our Discord. And you, thankfully, kindly, thanks to Ginge, you'll be able to find good streams in our Discord. Again, thanks to Ginge. So, yes. There we go. There we go. Are you going to get yourself a stream from Ginge? Glenn Kitely, just pass and say hi, Hammers. Glenn, lovely to see you, mate. I hope you're doing well. Who have you got this weekend? Can you watch for free from the streams? Phil Jones, you can indeed. You can indeed. Just sign up to our Discord, mate. Like I said, links in the description, and you can, if you go into the stream links, you can find a tab that will say stream links in there, and you can select any of the streams that Ginge has kindly put in there for us today. So, yes, all for free as well. Don't worry. Jeffrey Selly, good to see you, mate. I still think it'll be 3-0 against Red Bull West Ham. But just quickly saying, you do realise your Twitter is open on the stream. Okay. That's calm. Early chance for Leicester. Okay, no, we're calm. We're calm. It's all calm. Oh, don't you just love it seeing Arthur Masuaku bombing down the left-hand side again with supreme confidence? Supreme confidence. James Gunn, excited to see Dawson and Walcott sign for us tomorrow, lads. I can't wait. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. As we get our first look at the new boy over at right back. Vardy already getting in behind. Yeah, it's going to be a long old game potentially. I'm interested to see how well that Vlad does up against Harvey Barnes. That's going to be the real. They do try to play in behind, and he actually does very well. James Justin trying to get in, and he clears it away.
What a time to be alive.
You sorted?
Yeah, I'm about a minute behind.
Welcome.
Life goes on.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Craig Dawson, number one fan, Charlie Walsh here to ruin your day, as per usual.
Oh no.
Sorry for if you've been hearing notification noises. My computer's going mad. It's just the way life is today. It's just the way life is. I'm only 40 seconds behind. I've changed my mind.
Okay. Yeah, the time is running simultaneously with my game. So
I can now officially eat breakfast. What a time to be alive. We're getting a first bite live. We're going to go to food cam just very briefly so you can see.
Food cam.
It's a triple croissant situation, people. It's a triple quassy sitch. It's a triple quassy sitch.
Oh, Eric. Thank you so much, the Swedish krona. Sub at the 72nd minute. Let's start the sub bingo. Sub bingo. Completely forgot. When will be the first substitution of the game?
I'm saying
Eric has gone wild with 72. I'm just saying, 72 is wild.
I've been sticking true to this 69 theory, but.
Bro, he's getting later and later. We're talking. I'm talking like after 80 minutes of this.
That's what I'm saying. I'm starting to lose. I'm starting to think the theory is wrong. I'm saying 70. No, 81. 81 is what I'm saying. Tom?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go 82 or 83 at this point. I think it's either going to be no subs or two subs like 90th minute around then. It's unbelievable. Mitchell red card for West Ham in the 25th immediate sub. You see, that would be the case. On sub bingo, we can't take like forced changes. It has to be
has to be chosen changes. It has to be a decision he chose. Can I just say we're already seeing Sufal, Koful, Kuf Big Vlad's just all up in the grill. All up in the grill. All up in the grill.
Big Vlad, the Impaler. He's all right. He's looked comfortable so far in the opening 5 minutes as a West Ham player. He's going up against Harvey Barnes today.
I'm gonna be bold here, Thomas. That's potentially premature to say, but
no. Big Vlad. Tell you what, if he scores today, I will buy a shirt with his name on the back of it. That's how I'm feeling. Like if he scores today, I will do that. That's how confident I am.
That's how confident you are. It's not going to happen because you ain't spending that, however much shirts on.
I'm putting money in their back pockets. God. Money ain't even in my back pocket. Jeffrey Sellier, I'm going 90 plus 32. Irvine has sub sandwiches for post-game meal.
What sub though? What sub are we talking? If Irvine was to get a Subway, what would he get? I'm saying he's a meatball marinara man.
I'm saying
I think he likes the sloppiness of it. He loves the slop.
He loves the slop.
He lives for the slop.
Yeah, I don't know. Smudge Logan, you did ask us before. What do we think the predictions were going to be? I think Charlie said 2-2. I said 3-2 to Leicester. Not very confident today. They are trying that diagonal ball in behind a couple of times now. James Justin up against Big Vlad the Impaler. But he does well to cover it, I'm not going to lie. Fabianski quick out of his goal to get there as well, which is nice to see. Alan Irvine is going plain as you like, Charlie. That man, he has nothing about him. He's going so plain. What's the most basic bitch order you can get from Subway?
Nah, he loves the slot, mate. He's getting chicken breast, and the optional extras are.
Yes, Rebecca, I wholeheartedly agree.
Oh, that's exactly what James Gunn just said. There you go, plain chicken with butter. He's getting chicken breast, he's getting butter, and if he's feeling wild, adds a bit of lettuce in for the crunch.
Shout out AirPod Pro gang.
I think he's a guy. I think when I look at Alan Irvine, I see a man who fucking loves texture. If there's a Oh,
Why?
I'm really sleep deprived.
Why?
This is going to be a rough stream.
I can tell he's a man that likes texture. Nah.
He loves texture.
Party Italian, not toasted.
If,
No cheese. Very basic order.
if there's a food with an interesting texture, he's just shoving it straight in there. I'm sorry.
Nah. Just stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
I'm sorry. I'm really
Eric, that
sleep
is
deprived.
big talk. Subway is overrated. It's just less.
I think it depends. I think it depends what you get from Subway. But I think that's the same from any place, you know? I think it's the same with any place. I think
It's a Perez who gives it back to Castagna.
if you get a bad meal from anywhere, it's bad, you know?
Whips it across. A little bit too high there for Castagna. Mendy takes a dig. It's dropped for a Leicester corner. First of the game. Oh dear.
I just bit the inside of my mouth. Oh
no.
I'm having a mare, Tom. I'm having a mare.
There's Stuart Pearce with David Moyes sat at home. Talking to the big boy at home in his kilt on his Zoom call. Nah, come on. For those of you that aren't back in Subway, I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. Anyway, corner comes in from Leicester. Foul in the box.
As I say,
the ball came out and then went back in again.
As I say, I think it depends what you're getting, and I think that's the same with anywhere. I think if you're saying Subway in its entirety is bad, I would disagree with you. But if you get a bad meal from Subway, obviously it's going to be a bad meal. In the same way that if you go to McDonald's and get... Just trying to pick a meal from McDonald's I don't like, but I'll just eat anything. I'm fat.
Fish fillet, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. If you're getting a fish... Yo. Then it's a bad decision, you know? If you're getting a fruit bag with your Happy Meal. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all about the health option. But if we're being honest... It's overpriced fruit. It's overpriced fruit, you know? I'm trying to decide what hair I'm going to go with today. I think it's going to be this.
I don't like how nonchalant Masuaku is sometimes when he receives the ball and people are closing him down and he just takes all the time in the world.
Yeah, he does do that.
Oh, bad ball there. He's miles offside, Antonio.
Did he bring
you're going to love this clip coming up, Charlie. Ready for this? You're going to love this.
I'm so excited. We're gonna be there in
just
about 20 seconds.
He was offside, but it's what he did with it. It was just prime Antonio.
So just to give you some description. So you've got Masuaku on the ball, plays it inwards to Declan Rice, back to Masuaku, just so you know where it's sort of at with the procession of play. Yeah, no, I think Subway's were into Antonio.
I mean, he was offside, but he was just when he went to volley it, you're just thinking, just don't. You know it's going to end up in Rose End, my guy. Just don't do it.
Oh. As Tom Eke put, clinical.
Absolutely clinical.
Clinical. Eric Holstead, you don't like the fish burger. I like fish burgers in general. But I would never get it from McDonald's. I would never get it from McDonald's. I wouldn't be seen dead. I wouldn't be seen dead getting it from McDonald's. But you know, I think there's better options. But then again, I was having this conversation the other day. I was talking to Rebecca. I would rather get a Burger King for the fries than I would a McDonald's. But then I'd rather get a McDonald's if I was getting a plain burger. Burger King. It all swings and roundabouts. You know?
Trying to set myself up here so I can. There we go. Because I'm watching on my phone.
I'm Tom.
There we go.
I'm watching on my phone.
Well, thankfully, because of Rebecca's lovely kindness, I'm watching it on her app thing that she told me to download, the Virgin app.
And I cannot tell you where I am watching it. I am watching it on the Hammers Chat Discord link in the description.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Bloody hell, the rain has just started going bananas in Leicester.
do think there's something to. I can't lie to you. I do think there is something to be got from this. I know I seem like a madman saying it, but I do.
Saying what? Have you got deep into food thought?
No, although I want to. I'm very hungry. I'm going to carry on my croissants.
Oh, challenge again from Kufal.
Oh, hang on. As long as nothing's happening on the screen, obviously do carry on.
Yeah.
Kyrikos, are we going to hear about Charlie's limited palate for the whole 90 minutes? Listen, sir.
Charlie's got a wonderful palate. I'll give him that. I will give him that.
Are you the inventor? Creator?
Cresswell whips the ball across. Back to Antonio at the back post! It's 1-0. What were we saying about Mikel Antonio 5 minutes ago? I don't know, but it's 1-0 to West Ham. It is a breaking ball across from Antonio, it looks like, over to Cresswell. It was a fantastic ball by Cresswell. Let's have a look here. The ball comes across out wide to Cresswell, about 40 yards from goal, whips it in with his left foot to the back post. And Antonio just comes off of the back of Sionchu and just nods it back across the keeper into the side netting. It's 1-0 to West Ham. What a ball that is from Aaron Cresswell. That is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Boys, oh, look at him. He's old Father Ted. What a man. Yes, unbelievable. Unmute, people are saying. Are you on mute again?
Yeah, because I was eating and then I was looking at the goal and I wasn't thinking. I mean, it's a great ball. It's a legit great ball from Cresswell. And what was I saying about the bad defending from Leicester? That they're there to be got at, and that's why. Look at it. Soyuncu is completely and utterly in space. See, he's in no man's land. Antonio just wanders in behind him as if he's flipping Thomas Muller, Ramdeuter, space.
He's gone brilliantly well to go around, but simple. What a man. Go on, big Vlad.
It's just really easy. Like for Antonio, and it shouldn't be so easy. And that's what I was talking about when I say they will leave us space. They will leave us space.
I'll tell you what, Vardy does well here. He goes to the byline, cuts back inside to Ogbonna, but Soufal there has to come across and cover Ogbonna, but he does really well to get into the challenge there on Jamie Vardy. I'll tell you what, first 15 minutes, Big Vlad the Impaler has been very good so far.
Stevie C, Tom isn't. I am. I'm about 50 seconds late. Tom's more current. That's a good tackle. That's a good tackle by Soufal.
I love the fact that Stuart Pearce has come down to have a word with Alan Irvine, because clearly David Moyes saw
he's just come down. He's gone. Just got off the phone with the boss. Okay, and he says,
"You celebrated too much."
Don't. He wanted to remind you. Do not make a sub. Do not.
No, I see. I reckon he's come down, and I reckon he's gone. I almost thought we scored again, then but realised that they played the replay of the thingy goal. No, he's come down and said, "Listen, at home, Dave said that he's seen you all celebrating. Okay, just calm down, all right."
He said there was hugging, and he wasn't about that.
You almost happy that I'm not there. He said, "Stop that now."
He said, "Stop it." Okay, look, I'm not just.
And 1878, he's Czech. He's a Czech from the Czech Republic. Welcome if you're an Everton fan. Welcome, man. Nice to see you.
Welcome. More than welcome here. More than welcome here.
I quickly will say though, chat. What do you think of the first 15 minutes? Because I will say he just looked very composed so far. He's made some good tackles. An important one there on Vardy as well. But yeah. James Gunn, let's just buy Slavia Prague. They seem to produce some good players. Tell you what, I would say it. I watched them a couple of times in that group stage the other year when they were in the Champions League against Inter Milan both times. They were superb to a man. They did themselves proud in that Champions League group run. They were such a good team, obviously led by Souček as skipper. and Sufal or Vlad in both games. But yeah, great start. Great starts, Charlie. Great start.
Indeed. Sorry, I'd muted myself because I was chomping.
That's okay. It's okay.
And after I got called fat, and it deeply affected me the other week, I thought I'd salve everyone's ears. Because I actually respect the people in the chat, apart from that one specific guy who called me fat. In your face, nerd. So yeah, but it's a good start.
I will quickly say we are 2 subscribers away from 13,900. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because we are fastly approaching 14,000 subscribers, which feels like it's flown by. It's almost been like nearly 1,000 subscribers last month in September. So it's like 750, I think, subscribers or something last month. So yeah, if you haven't already, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't. Dare I say it, we've actually looked like a good team for the last 108 minutes over the last 2 Premier League games, Charlie. Dare I say it?
I don't want to say, look. I'm not counting my chickens too early, okay?
Hang on, VAR's looking at a challenge, so...
I'm not counting my chickens too early in regards to saying that I was right. However, I was right.
Kirakosh, good maths, Tom. That's why I got B in my maths GCSE. Let's go. Over the last 108 minutes. Surprised me as much as it surprised my family. B in maths. But there we go. A B? How did you do that? Well done. No, I genuinely, I think we've looked very good so far. I do think, though, now is, again, it plays into our hands because we've got the early goal. We can invite the pressure on like we did against Wolves, and hopefully we can counter-attack with the same sort of intensity, because we counter-attacked last weekend with just unbelievable excellence. Yeah, you can describe it any way, but we basically invited them on, soaked the pressure up absolutely brilliantly, and then just went at them on the counter-attack, and we were just so effective. The best I've seen us counter-attack for some time with the efficiency that we did. So I'm just listening to Steve McManaman. I just realised how much I hate him, and I hate his voice. When I played for Real Madrid... so full of hate.
That's not what I was trying to do.
But no, we're in the prime position here that if we can sit back and defend and then counter-attack with efficiency, I think we're in for a good afternoon, Charlie.
Robert Matthews. Hello. Yeah, I agree with you, but that's what I was trying to say at the beginning, and you said that I was wrong and an idiot for, so just let you know.
No.
I'm just letting you know. Craig Dawson, incoming, world-class centre-back. Let's go, boys. Barcelona's future captain, Craig Dawson. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Castagna tries to whip the ball across his corner. Koufal again, who just came across there. He's had to come all the way across. He's had to come all the way across here to cover a centre-half position. Barnes plays it through to Castagna, who tries to cut it back, and Koufal managed to get it out. And it's a Leicester City corner.
That's the point, right? Is we need to when we get the early goal, we can invite that pressure, because realistically, all it does is it allows us to sit even deeper. Because we were going to invite the pressure anyway. That's just what happens with David Moyes. So the early goal allows us to do it with more efficiency because we can get more people back because we've already got the goal, and then that should leave space in behind. And Rodgers is a guy who is susceptible to leaving space at the back occasionally.
I'll tell you what, though, he has done. He's had to cover a lot of ground again for that, and he's shown his pace already to do it. Thibaut, Antonio's not a striker. He's not. Antonio can't finish. He can't. He can't. But anyway,
The one thing I think everyone will agree with is that Antonio is good in the air. Even me, and potentially Antonio's biggest hater, will say that he's very good in the air.
Play Antonio as an impact sub, eh? I would. I just would. But hey, this is a game of opinions. Everybody has a different one. I think he would be. I genuinely think he should play where Fornals plays and have Allaire up front. But hey,
I think he should play in the Championship. That's a different story for a different time. I think that's just my tiredness coming through again. I think I'm just, I think it's just here. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
This is just quickly, because this is an interesting thing. Once again,
before you say anything, T, nice to see you, my friend. Carry on.
Yeah, nice to see you, T. 40 career goals for West Ham. He's about to become, if he stays around for another season, potentially our highest ever goal scorer in the Premier League history. Antonio, he's been fantastic, but that doesn't make him a striker, and he's not. He hasn't been fantastic. I mean, he's been very good in fits and spurts. He's been
a winger who scores some goals.
Yeah, he's not a striker. So I'm going to keep. He's not actually a striker. He's a winger by trade. He's not a right back either. He's not an attacking centre midfielder. He's. I'd love to see him at left wing. I'd love him in the team. I don't think that he's droppable. I think he isn't droppable. He needs to start, and that's why I think Fornals is wasted where he is for me anyway.
Antonio goes vast sections of his West Ham career doing absolutely nothing, and that gets overlooked because then he pops up and gets some goals. Like, nah, fam. He scored 10. If he scored 40 career goals, he scored 10 of them in a single game against Norwich. I mean, that's good for West Ham, but it's not world-class levels. Like, in reality, it's a situation where he's effective in a lot of ways, but he's not good. He's not good. He's not technically gifted in any way, shape or form. I love him as a person, genuinely. I've said this before. I'll say it again, mainly times. I've met him twice. Legitimately, unbelievably nice. Right? Would I invite him over to my house to get a boring Subway? Yes, I would. Of course I would. But would I start him up front in my Premier League football team? No, I would not.
Like I said, I think he appears in the right place at the right time, and he knows he always finds a way to score goals.
He's good in the air. He's very good in the air.
Unbelievable in the air. I think that's his best asset, his best trait. Technically, he's not fantastic because again, he's by trait, he's always been a winger, so he doesn't have that finishing prowess as a striker. I also think he's done a disservice for so long because he's constantly been used as a square peg in a round hole.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change the fact he ain't a striker. And if he's continuing to scoring goals, he's continuing to be a problem for the opposition. He's just staying in the team. I don't think he for me is undroppable, but I just would not play him at striker. I genuinely think that's Allaire's spot, and he needs to be moved to where Fornals is because we all know that Fornals is so wasted out on that left-hand side. Somebody asked how many goals would he end up. I think Eric said it. I think he can easily get anywhere between 10 to 15 goals a season because he just has a natural knack for popping up in the right place, scoring goals. He's so
Antonio?
Good. Yeah.
Zero chance.
10 to 15 goals a season, I think, genuinely.
Antonio, what, in a Premier League season or all competitions?
All competitions, I think he get 10 to 15 goals.
Antonio will never hit 15 goals in a Premier League season, ever. There is zero chance. What was the most he ever got? Was it last season? Didn't he hit like 8 or whatever?
He got 10, didn't he, last season? He hit double figures, I think, in the Prem.
Oh, hang on, I've just been texted something. I'll be back in a second. There's exciting developments in Charlie's household. Give me a sec.
Okay. I don't think Adrian Whitfield, I don't think he gets 15 plus. I think he gets between 10, maybe I think he hits double figures. I just think it's so annoying just because I would love to. Oh, Charlie, I can see he's brought some food in with him. Looks like pancakes. What is that? I don't know. It looks interesting. Food cam's about to get crazy. So, yeah, like I said, he does start for me, but it's about trying to fit Allaire in the team because I just don't think you can waste Allaire on the bench for the price he is. And people will knock him, but he's actually very good. But hey-ho. As well, we all differ on opinions. Football is a game of opinions. And
it's just that he's wrong. Am I smoking crack for saying that he's am I smoking crack for saying he'll never get 15 goals? Show me where
I'll tell you what, Jamie Vardy has just killed Vlad the Impaler. Bloody hell.
Show me where he got 15 goals and I'll agree with you. Let's have a
Bloody hell. I'll tell you what. Look at that. Hard man Vlad. Straight back up. It's the Premier League's hardest striker versus the Czech's hardest right back. Kevin Nolan is now up off his seat. He's not happy. He's not happy. Football is a game of football. Actually, everybody says this. Obviously football's a game of football, but everybody differs on opinions, and it's about being able to accept people's opinions. Not when somebody says something you don't like and go, you're a twat. You don't understand what you're saying. It's trying to understand where everyone's coming from. So when people say that, like I said, I'll listen to what Thibaut said. I just have a different opinion, but I respect that's their opinion on it. Stevie C says he'll end up our all-time leading goal scorer and as a non-striker. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think he's been an excellent servant for us. I just he's just been used as a square peg in a round hole his whole time. It's the fact that he's actually made it work for him wherever he's been. Like even when he was at right back, he was popping up with goals from corners and stuff like that, just for his sheer ability to actually just do well in the air. My guy knows how to score goals. Can't. Can they hear you?
He might know how to score goals, but the lad doesn't know how to finish to save his life. He's so right. Hang on, let me put my food down.
Food cam for you.
Just food cam for a second. Just food cam for a second, ladies and gentlemen. So I got a text from my mum who has provided me with food. I've got spaghetti and cheese on toast here, and a cup of tea.
Up Antonio plays it over to Jared Bowen, edge of the box, shifts it onto his right foot, blocked by the Leicester defender.
Right, here we go, Tom. You ready for this?
Okay.
Mikel Antonio is potentially the most overrated footballer in our squad. It's unreal. Okay. Now,
I'm just going to say I have no part of this. I'm just going to let Charlie go.
I'll go full screen. Listen, I'll take full responsibility for all of it. So I don't mind. Because here's the thing. I've been saying it since he literally joined. Okay. I've been saying it since he joined. And I've got hate for it since he joined. The best time he ever had for West Ham was when he was playing right back for us. That's the most consistent he's ever bloody been. Since
to be
then,
fair, the pair of us have been consistent about saying that his technical ability is crap, and we've always got shit for it from people. But anyway, carry on.
The fact that he has, what was it? Let's have a look. I'm pulling up his stats now because I don't want to do him a disservice. I can say what I think about him, but I don't want to do him a disservice. Good shot.
Terry Carr, who scored? Mikel Antonio. That's why this whole thing is happening right now.
So he's got 39 goals, right?
40. Lovely ball in from Fornals into Jared Bowen. One-on-one with Soyuncu. Takes a big deflection. Over for a West Ham corner. Unlucky from Bowen. Was in there.
I'll save it to after. I'll save it to after the corner.
Fornals, who actually plays the ball from the centre. But Bowen sort of runs in false nine styling. Low shot, hits Soyuncu. And it literally just pings up over the bar. Fornals is so good at creating when he's sat in the middle of the park. But again, let's deal with Antonio first, shall we?
No, we'll wait till after the corner. It's an exciting chance for West Ham. Let's go with that first.
Okay. The big boys are laid up. Souček, Balbuena, Ogbonna. Cresswell has the ball. Go on then. Let's see. Cresswell, ball into the box. Souček goes up for it. Come back out to Masuaku, edge of the box, who's the trickery from Masuaku. Love to see it.
Can I just say I like Bowen's starting to shoot from further away, and I'm enjoying it. I don't know whether he can or not. It's too early, I guess, to tell. But I like the fact that when he's getting opportunities on the sort of in the edgy area, he's not waiting for it. He's trying to get those shots early. We saw it work against thingy.
You're calm. You're good. You're good to go with your Antonio.
Yeah, he's just not very good, right? So here we go. The thing is with Mikel Antonio, okay, is that he scores a lot of goals because he has all of the traits to be a good footballer, but he's not a good footballer. When it comes to when it comes to Mikel Antonio and everything he has to offer, he obviously is very effective in a lot of ways. He's got great power, he's got great pace, arguably less than he used to have, but he's woefully inconsistent. His injury record is horrendous, and he's not technically good in any way, shape, or form. He can't pass, he can't cross, he can't shoot. Is there examples of him doing all of those things? Is there example? He scores goals. Is there an example of him doing all those things? Of course. But guess what? Where's the consistency?
He scored 40 goals in the Premier League.
He has scored 40
Not
goals.
a lot of people.
Well, a lot of people have done that, just not for West Ham United, and that's more of an damning indictment on West Ham United's transfer policy than it is anything else.
Players that have been in this league than him. There's more talented players that have been in this league than him, and they haven't got as many goals as he has. Like he knows how to score. I don't know how he does it, because I agree with you. I don't think he's very good. How the bloody hell is Pablo Fornals onside? He's onside. Can he finish it? He can! I'm celebrating, but I don't know if it's actually going to count. He's running away as if, but the flag hasn't gone up. People are hugging one another. Pablo Fornals has scored. He looked miles offside. We're going to have to see what has happened here. Hang on a minute. If we're 2-0 up away at Leicester City, is he onside? He was in acres of space. Let's have a look here. He is miles onside. It is 2-0 to West Ham. Aaron Cresswell again just puts an amazing ball over the top to Fornals, who was on the shoulder of the last defender. What a touch.
Thank you, Foshizi, with the £5 to 2-0 Fornals crying, laughing emojis. Thank you, Foshizi. Aaron Cresswell, another guy who likes it at Leicester, to be fair. Do you remember that goal we scored against Leicester at the King Power a couple of seasons ago? That absolute world.
He did.
I don't know how Pablo Fornals is that far onside, and
to be fair, he times his run perfectly, and Cresswell with the heads up play to knock it over the top. But what a touch with his left foot that is. And the fornicator, as Ashley Kemp says, the fornicator. Is that Big Ash?
Is it Big Ash? What's that? No, Ashley Miles.
Sorry, Ash.
But welcome, Ashley Kemp. You're more than welcome here. It's just we both know an Ash, and so our head went a bit wild. Sorry.
Well,
yeah, he's a mile. This is again. Okay, before I go back to being wrong, I'm going to go back to being right. I did say that Leicester leaves space in behind. No one listens to me when I say stuff, because occasionally I say something like Mikel Antonio isn't good, and I respect that. I do, genuinely, it's fine. But Leicester are a team who will leave space in behind because Brendan Rodgers likes to go for it. He's more open than we are. And us scoring means that we can just sit now. I'm just putting it out there. I said it at the beginning of the season. This was the game we were going to pick up points in. Out of this run, this was going to be it. I didn't expect Wolves. I did expect this. Now, did it expect to be 2-0 up? No. And as I said at the beginning of this, I went 2-2. So I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself. But Leicester are an open team because that's what Brendan Rodgers likes to do. He likes to go for it sometimes. And now he has no choice but to go for it. And guess what? We can just afford to be even more defensive in this case.
Do you know what?
So before I go back to being wrong about Mikel Antonio, I'd like to claim I was right for a brief moment.
Oh, no. Fair enough. You done. You done well there. You called that. You done well. It also really annoys me that why the. Sorry, thank you, Fo, for the donation. I didn't say that.
Yes, thank you, Fo.
But this just really annoys me as to why he didn't go with 5 at the back against Everton, because I actually think we would have won that game if we'd have done that.
Yeah.
Somebody said up there, just really quickly, there's somebody asked about. Can we all go back to liking David Moyes again? Clips, I am also erect.
I never liked him, to be fair, but Karen.
How do you like Moyes?
How do you like me now? No,
I will say, first ever, and I wish I could come back and clip. I might even go and find it. The first ever episode I did on the Hammer's Chat Patreon, shout out. 2 Spanners, 1 Hammer.
2 Spanners, 1 Hammer on the Hammer's Chat Patreon.
Hammer's Chat Patreon. As we're through again here, hang on a minute. Antonio, Jarrod Bowen may be offside. Crosses it over Antonio, and there's the bad and the ugly. You're going to enjoy this one, Charlie, because it's going to help back your point up. But
his entire career helps back my point up, but we'll move on.
But I said I don't mind him as manager. I don't mind him as the manager. I have an issue with the way that he implements his style in games with the substitution specifically. I think tactically he still has it, so I don't mind him. But when people say to me, "This is this is what annoys me," because when you call him out for being wrong and not doing the things he should do, it's like, "Oh, you're still hating on David Moyes and stuff like that." He's genuinely good at setting us up tactically. I just don't think he closes games well. So, but he will take credit from me when credit is due, because I said to you in the two spanners one hammer thing last season, or when the lockdown just before it first started, you said, who would you want as manager going forward? And I said I want David Moyes just because I want consistency. I don't want to just keep chopping and changing managers. I would like it to be consistent and keep somebody in just for a little bit of time to implement his style and implement him as manager. So I will quite happily credit him for when he does things well, but I will also be the first person to say, this is why you are wrong. Because for me, he's on a tight leash.
Yeah.
He's not like a manager that we can be comfortable for the next few years. He's on a tight leash because we know what he's like. So, Ben H, you'll be asking for subs shortly? I will, because I do think that the fact that you can play 94 minutes in the cup and not make a fucking substitution.
And be losing 4-1.
And when we're losing 4-1 and you don't make a single sub. And don't think you'll say that, Alan Irvine was what? He's in control. He's in control of the entire match. So for me, if you're going to credit him for being tactically good and setting up this way, really like the fact that he's gone back to the fire at the back. I think it worked well the first time that he came into us as manager. I think having Cresswell as a centre-back, not a left-back, is brilliant. I think having Arthur Masuaku as left wing-back is very, very good. Because that's
defended by Johnny Evans.
But you 94 minutes and you don't make a sub. I'm sorry, but it's just... If you're going to take credit for being tactically set up right, you're going to get the shit for if you're going to do something daft. And the way that he deals with his substitutions is daft. And I will continue to hammer that home. Some people don't like it. Shout out the guy that came at the end of the stream last week and tried to have a dig at me and Charlie for saying it. It just...
I don't know why that got to me so much. Usually I don't really care, but for some reason that just set me off. And I'm not sure entirely why. I'm liable to be set... To the champion chat, I'm liable to be set off today because I'm so tired. I think that's probably what it is. I think it's a sleep deprivation issue. So if you've ever wanted to troll Charlie, today's the day to do it. Today's the day to do it.
But yeah, it's, if...
David Moyes is a bad manager. Anyway, yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well.
Exactly, Foshizi, there you go. That's in-game management. Tactically, before the game, he sets everything up, does well at that point. In-game, he's crap.
I think he's bad.
No, but I think you have to give him credit for that, though.
No, even he picks one system. It's just some games it works and some games it doesn't.
But
this is the exact same system we played against Newcastle. But that was stupid. Why would you pick it against Newcastle? Because that's what he has. He has one system. He has one style of play. Doesn't matter whether we're playing 4 or 5. It's the exact same thing. As many people back as humanly possible to try and stop the ball and then hit him on a counter attack. It's just the way it is. Did
he not have Aaron Cresswell instead of Masuaku in the Newcastle game playing at left back?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter where it's for, but it's still the same tactic. It's just a different formation. The idea is still the same.
We naturally suit 5 at the back better than 4 at the back.
I would disagree. I just think his tactic is more effective when you're playing 5 at the back because you physically have more people there. I don't think we tactically suit it. If anything, I think it hampers us in certain ways because it means you have to leave out players like Lanzini and Fornals who can't play in the position they want to play in because that role just doesn't exist in the team. Whereas Fornals, I would argue, is one of our better players in the squad, and we have to constantly sort of shove him in a specific position because there's no position for him on the pitch. I think actually, if you look at it, I would make the argument that our best formation should be 4-2-3-1, but that's not going to happen under David Moyes now because David Moyes is a practical guy. The thing I will say is he's very practical and very realistic, right? He's not idealistic. I love Slaven Bilic with passion, right? But he is too idealistic. And so am I, to be fair. So am I. That's one of the reasons I don't like Mikel Antonio is because I'm too idealistic. Because I look at Mikel Antonio and I think I would rather have someone in there who's actually capable of doing something with football, right? But But the reason he plays is because he's the effective player. He's the one who is the most effective on the pitch, right? He was more effective than Haller, therefore he's starting. So I give David Moyes credit for that. He looks at it and it's like, well, realistically, this is our best chance for winning. Well, not for winning, but for not losing. So I'm going to do it, and that's fair enough. But I don't think he's. I wouldn't give him credit for sort of tactical genius or anything, because I don't think he is a tactical genius. I think he has one tactic and he uses it every single time, no matter who the opposition is. It's just sometimes that works because it suits the opposition, sometimes it doesn't. His biggest problem against Everton, because I do actually think, to be fair, I do actually think that was the right tactic to play against Everton. I think it was the wrong system. I think we should have had the five at the back, like you say. I don't understand. I still don't understand for the life of me why he didn't change it. I think it's probably because we don't have enough centre backs.
I would argue you say that, right? I respect your opinion, fair. You know I do.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to have a conversation about this.
I would argue when you say we shouldn't play the same formation every single week in, week out or whatnot. Wolves have been doing that 3-5-2 or whatever, 3-4-3, and it's solidly worked since they've come back into the Prem. I think we have players that naturally can play those wing-back positions in Fredericks and Masuaku.
Sure.
And I think if we sign a decent central defender that's not Craig Dawson, and that maybe like a James.
Can I just be clear? Craig Dawson wouldn't start for me. I just want to say that. As much as I'm saying I would pick Craig Dawson, I'm saying out of the bad options, I think he's the least bad option. I wouldn't start him. So
I think we have players that naturally play their wing back positions very well. So I genuinely exactly as well for Conte with the 3-4-3 or the 3-5-2 or whichever way you look at it, it's always worked for Conte. But I tell you what, it's that Soufal again. Soufal has been absolutely unbelievable.
I've got no problem with I love 3-4-3. Conte's 3-4-3 is fucking excellent. I love watching it. I really like when you've got a good 3-4-3. It's.
I do think there are teams like Wolves who have set up the exact same way and Conte and can still win like that. And I think if he wants to implement that system, then instead of chopping and changing between every single team, stay with what works. And this for us works because we have players that naturally can play those positions, the wing back positions, very well.
I do think we have more natural wing backs than we do full backs. I would agree with that. I think that's fair. But that's because I think none of them are fucking capable of defending to save their lives. But I do agree with you.
Play to our strengths as well. Leave Mark Noble out of the team. I think he's out the team now for until there's an injury. But I think you've got two absolute engine workhorses in midfield. I think you still need to do some work on potentially somehow trying to work out how to move Fornals in the middle. But if he's contributing like this and he's been played in an unnatural position for him, fair enough. He has to sort of stay in and around the team. I just don't like him out there because I think he's so much more creative when he's able to be in the middle than instead of being stuck out in a wing position.
And again, this is the problem, right? Is I look at it and I fully agree with you, to be fair. Everything you've just said, I do agree with, right? I think where the disagreement comes in is that I don't think David Moyes is smart. Like he's a smart guy, clearly. But what I mean is by that is like Fornals is better in the centre. We have a guy who played in a 3-4-1-2 or whatever you want to say to a level where we thought we'd spend
half-time whistle just to stop the timer.
So we would spend 45 million on him, and he was playing in that system as a striker. The guy who's one of the most expensive players in our squad, the guy who's just sat on the bench waiting. We could very easily change our formation to fit both of those people while still keeping the 3/5 at the back. But David Moyes is a stubborn man, and he has his thing, and he's just going to keep doing it. The reason he puts Fornals out there is, again, because he's a realist. He's realistic in that sense. He looks at it and he says, okay, he's a really hard worker. He will track back. Therefore, I'm going to put him out there. That's fair enough. I understand it, but...
Just quickly, Glenn, behave yourself, please. Stop that now. Deserves a new contract. Don't do that. Let's just talk about David Moyes first.
Yeah.
I'll deal with it another day.
Shout out to Glenn, by the way. Thank you for joining us, sir. But yeah, like, realistically... Like, he's a realist, and that's fine. I understand that, but that's why he's playing Fornals in that position. Because he thinks he's the hardest worker in that position, so he's going to put him there. And he'd rather play someone in there who's going to work incredibly hard than he would someone who he deems won't work as hard as him, right? And that's fine. That's totally understandable. But the difference between me and David Moyes is I'm not a realist. I like to look at it in the best way possible, whereas he looks at it in the most dour, realistic way possible, which is fair enough, and that's why he's the manager and not me.
Let's carry this on in the second half. Let's go through the highlights of the first half.
Yes, sir.
Just quick.
Go on.
Just wanted to quickly say shout out to Wally. I hope that it's not pained you too much to see your boy now lose his spot for the rest of the season to arguably now the greatest right back in the world. So I'm. You usually ask me about the highlights. I'm going to ask you today. I'm going to ask you, because I like Tired Charlie and I want to hear your opinions. Anyway, for those of you,
my firewall is down. I'm saying stuff.
For those who joined for half time, we are 2-0 up. Unbelievable first half from West Ham. The first chance of the half for us came. Mikel Antonio switched the ball over to the left-hand side, over to Aaron Cresswell, who has put in a unbelievable cross over the entire back four from about 35 to 40 yards out, over the back of the defence, beyond Sonchu. Mikel Antonio has had to go back with it almost and head it across the keeper. It was a fantastic team goal, but it is 1-0 at that point to West Ham. What were you seeing there from us? We obviously were on top at that point, Charlie. Leicester not really offering too much going forward. How did you feel about the first goal?
Really, Leicester's defending. Where were you, fam? Like, Mikel Antonio goes down. Really, like, again, one of just take free kicks quicker, guys. Come on. If you're not sitting there to set up to take a shot on goal, let's go. Come on. And he plays it instantly across to Cresswell, whose ball was inch perfect. Cresswell's cross was inch perfect. Like, it really, really was. And his form is starting to pick up slightly as well, which is good to see.
Because he's not a natural left back anymore, but he has the pace to be a good centre back.
I think he's. I don't know. I would have to think about that one a bit. I have to let that one marinate in my head a little bit.
Sorry.
And Antonio finds himself in the right place at the right time. Good positioning at the back, stick as it were. Leicester, someone pick him up. You're playing three at the back. You've got a wing back there as well. James Justin can see him, but for some reason doesn't pick him up. Doesn't consider to go near him, and he doesn't tell Sayuncu, who has literally no idea he's there. So when the ball comes in over the top of Sayuncu, he's left in no man's land, and Antonio does really well to finish it. And it's a great goal. Like when you're talking about it as being sort of like quick work. Good, very good.
And I'll tell you what, it's a heads-up play from Antonio. It's smart because the keeper's already come into one direction, so instead of trying to head it to the near post, which is easier for him potentially, he actually does the harder thing, which is heading it back across the goal from where Schmeichel's just come. So it's a great heads-up play from Antonio. Anyway, at that point, I think both of us kind of expected potentially West Ham to now sit on the back foot again, and that's what we did. We allowed Leicester to come on to us. However, we were nullifying absolutely everything that they were throwing at us. That is in part to what Soufal Koufal, Big Vlad was doing over at right back, who was absolutely excellent. We'll get onto him in a second. But again, Aaron Cresswell, it is a fantastic loop ball over the top. Pablo Fornals times his run perfectly. Leicester holding a high line near the halfway line. Fornals finds himself through. It's an unbelievable touch with his left foot. If you haven't seen the goal, he somehow manages to drop it over its shoulder, take it down with his left foot and fire it in against Kasper Schmeichel's near post. So at that point, it's 2-0 West Ham. And, thoughts on the goal, but obviously at the time, an unbelievable ball and finish. Great touch, heads-up play once again from Pablo Fornals, but it's 2-0. What are your thoughts on that one, Charlie?
Yeah, banger. And this is the thing, again, Fornals, as much as he's not a winger, that's a very winger's goal, playing on that last man and just drifting into position. And again, it's yet more examples that there's space in behind Leicester if you find it. Like, that ball over the top, they like to play. Brendan Rodgers plays a very high line, and you see in that situation where all of his defenders are as high, basically as far forward as they physically can be.
They were very high. There was a high line.
And Fornals, and again, Cresswell. Can I say I'm annoyed at the fact Cresswell and Masuaku have come into form? Because I think we really need a left back so badly, and yet all of a sudden they've both decided, hang on, what if we had form for a bit? It's like, no, not now. Oh, I need to go and do the thing for. But he's been great, and that ball over the top again, just to hit it early, to see it and just go bang. And like you say, the first touch was, oof,
it's brilliant, absolutely
beautiful. And yeah, and then finishing at the other end. It's quick, it's fast. That's what I like. I like to see it just to be like, bang, let's go. And that's what happened. And we're in such a strong position in the second half because of it. Because now we are 2-0 up. We can
Again,
afford to
that's
sit even
exactly
further than we were, yeah.
Exactly. This is what is so good for us at this point is that we are in exactly the same position we are against Wolves, where we can invite the pressure and try to come back out and counter-attack them, to which we did again against Wolves so well and ended up scoring 4 goals because of it. Anyway, I'm probably like you, didn't expect that from the first half. Just quickly, whilst we are here at half-time, there are 200 of you in. We know some of you will disappear for the second half. Do drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't. Also, 2 things. Don't forget to check out the Patreon. Link is in the description. It will also be popping down here. Best time to do so. Get involved now. Also, in the description, there is a link to our Discord. Get involved over there. All the good stuff. Anyway, the new hammer in the first half, Vladimir Kufal, Big Vlad, however you want to call him. I didn't expect him to be that good, but he's been a very, very, very good in the first half. He's been here, there, and everywhere. He's been covering well. He's heads up already. There was times when Vardy was, getting in behind our defence, and he is, he's run across the cover where his centre halves have been. I think he's been an excellent performance so far from the new boy. How have you seen his first half, Charlie?
I thought he was very good. It's just exciting to see a guy like it. The one thing I wanted to see from him was a guy who was going to come in, and I don't need him to be great every single game, but I want him to try it every single game. Now, of course, this is his first game. You're going to step up. You're going to be trying very hard to get into that role. But he's been excellent. He's basically been infallible. And that's not to say he hasn't been beaten. And at one point, he got absolutely blapped by Jamie Vardy, who decided to. I'm interested to see, as a player who's known for being aggressive, let's say, I'm interested to see how he reacts to being nudged and annoyed like Jamie Vardy did. Because is he going to be Arnautovic, where if you push him, that's only going to make him better because he's going to be more annoyed that he needs to beat you now? Or is it going to be Roy Keane, where he's liable to just break your legs and get sent off? Either way, I'm kind of okay with it. I think he's been very good. He's been very good, and it's good to see because, as you said in the last time, when Fredericks went down, it's the first time either of us in our lives have gone, oh no, Ryan Fredericks is down. And it's like because he's been stepping into that role. And so to see a guy come in and not really put a step of any sort of foot wrong, not unreal going forward yet, but he's not really had the opportunity to. But as a defensive performance after 45 minutes, I'm very happy.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, I will. I think a special shout out to Angelo Bonner as well, who, for me, the last few weeks, even the last couple of years, has shown why he deserves that Italy recall. I think he has been our most consistent and our best centre-back for quite some time now. It was always kind of a joke sometimes. I always feel like with old Bonner the first couple of seasons because he had like a penalty in him where he'd just do something clumsy and stupid and we'd look to blame and whatnot. I think he's genuinely been immense for us so far this season. In the last couple of years, he's been our most consistent defender by some country mile. And I've actually, believe it or not, I've actually enjoyed having, don't want to say it too loudly to annoy certain people, but Issa Diop not in and around the team.
What?
I know it's controversial, but I think that Balbuena and Bonner suit each other a bit more playing together with Cresswell in the back three almost. I think his natural role for Cresswell now is to be that left-sided centre-half. I think that's where he plays his best football at West Ham going forward. I don't think he's a wing-back. I don't think he's left-back good enough to play there anymore. But yeah, I think it's nice to not have Issa Diop in there at the moment. I don't think he's been very good the last couple of seasons. But hey, that's, I guess, another story for another day. But an impressive performance from West Ham so far. And we obviously are two to the good against Leicester, which none of us expected. Chat what you're saying. What are your thoughts in the chat so far? Who's been your man of the match for us in that first half? How have you seen the new boy? How do you think that the score is going to finish? I don't do this very often where I take the reins, and because you always ask me, but I've enjoyed asking you today, Charlie.
I'm appreciating it, to be honest, because I'm a bit dazed still. Yeah. I think the Cresswell thing is an interesting point that I haven't thought about. and I'm going to have to marinate on it before I give my opinion.
I said this the other day. I think he genuinely has the pace to be a good centre back, a left-sided centre half. I think he's got the pace to play there, but I don't think he has the extreme pace needed in the left hand, down the left hand side that you need now as a fullback. Gone are the days when you can have a fullback that doesn't have a lot of pace. Most fullbacks in every team are young, athletic, fast guys. The only sort of players I can think of are like, I guess, Aspilicueta that maybe potentially doesn't have.
The thing is, I disagree with the fact that they need pace, and I think if I was to be pushed on it right now, I would say that I agree that his best position is potentially left centre back in a back three. I don't know if I'd dare put him in a back two in a four and a back.
No. If he's going to play centre half, it has to be the left sided. Because don't forget, you do need two defenders with some sort of pace to play left and right sided centre half. I think you can't the middle one of the three.
It depends how you do it, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. But yeah, I think just Angelo Bonner. I did just there's so much.
I'll say this without, and like I said, I'll have to marinate on it because it's not something I've thought about really. In my head, an ideal situation right now, this second, would be Ogbonna at left centre back, Balbuena at centre back, and then Diop at right centre back. In my head, for me personally, but I will have to think about that because you've given me something to think about there, and it's an interesting point that I haven't really considered.
Just quickly as well, before the second half does get underway, R.M. Williams, hello, my friend, welcome. Lads, is Leicester getting up in the second half? Charlie, what do you think?
Yes. They have to. They have to. If they've got any aspirations, these are the sort of games they need to be doing. This is a big time adversity for them. I think you may see a situation in which they change formation, but I also think that maybe they can't have the same level of performance they did have at one point during the. And I don't know what it ended at halftime, but at one point we'd had 5 shots and they'd had 1. Yet they'd had twice the amount of ball that we had in terms of passing, at least not in terms of possession. They need to. They can't not. If they have any aspirations of doing literally anything this year, then they have to show a better level of performance. It's very difficult when they don't have Ndidi, for example, in the centre to really stomp it out. But at the same time, fam, you got to raise your game, and that's what Brendan Rodgers will be saying. He won't be saying fam. He's not from North London like I am, but he is. He will be saying it in his accent.
I will quickly say before second half starts, this is now the time when David Moyes makes his money. For me,
I agree.
He's set up tactically well. He's got it absolutely spot on in that first half. This is the time now with your in-game management to win us this game. If we don't concede for the first 10, 15 minutes, Leicester don't find their way back into the game, then look to potentially make a sub. I don't know. This is, like I said, for me, this is the time. This is why he gets paid the money to be the manager, is to see this game out now for the second half. And I think as long as we can try to not concede within the first sort of 15, 20 minutes, Leicester are going to be coming at us now. The two words, one player that really worries the absolute life out of me, Chenji's under coming off the bench for these guys. But this is it. This is David Moyes. Your in-game management now matters. Okay. I will praise you when you do well, but I will criticise you when you do bad. You've had an excellent first half. Time to shore it up now. Whoever's been speaking to the players at half time, let's get that in-game management. If there's sub needs making towards the end, if somebody's looking flaggy, do it. Okay, this is the time. We can't, if with the position that we're in and we think that come the end of the season we're going to be banging trouble, we cannot, because we were the team last season that gave the most points away from winning positions. I think it was like 23 or plus points, something like that. This is the game that we need to be winning today. I don't even want to take. I don't even want to take a draw at this point. I do think we can somehow see this through. We are ready to go for the second half. Charlie, get that counter ready.
I am ready.
We are off.
What I will say is this. First of all, thank you for joining us.
Charlie, I'm going to go for a wee.
As I said, thank you for joining us. Seaside Hammer, what changes would you make now that you're at Armchair Geniuses? First of all, Seaside, offended, because I'm not in an armchair, I'm in a desk chair. But thank you for calling me a genius, I do agree. I wouldn't make any subs at halftime. Not today. I wouldn't. I'd make some subs during the game, but that's the difference between me and David Moyes. But I wouldn't make any right now. I think we're in a good position, and I don't really think we have a change to make right now, if we're being honest. Stevie C, Source, BBC. Leicester have never won a Premier League game having been 2 or more goals behind at half-time. That's interesting. I did not know that. That's a great stat. Thank you, Stevie. That's an excellent stat. Jesus Christ, I did not. Bloody hell. The big comeback, when I think of Leicester comebacks in my head, is I think about the one in their title-winning season against Man United. Or did Man United come back against them, maybe? I just remember Angel Di Maria having a worldie of a game. I just remember. We need NFL-style substitution, because it's that thing the NFL do. Oh, Leicester coming out of the gates early. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Is that a thing they have, though? I did not know that. Unreal. I didn't know they had substitution coaches. In that case, yes, one of those would be nice. Let me mute Tom because I can hear him clanking about. Yeah, Stevie, that's a great stat. Who is it? I just want to give a quick shout out to one person. Where is it? Let me find it. This is petty of me, but I'm tired. Usually I don't do this sort of thing, but I'm tired. You know what I mean? And I'm sort of sleep deprived, and so this is my brain's filter is down. So I'm just saying things off the cuff. Where is it? Hang on, I'll find it. I'll find it. Give me a second. I'm just scrolling up through the chat here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Robert Smith. Not easy to watch with that ugly head of hair. Then get a haircut. Also, guys, what should I do with my hair? I don't know. I'm going to get a haircut soon. That's just the thing. Oh, my wall is completely down. I'm just saying words now. I'm just saying words. Ray Borum, if you're here, I've just figured out the guest for 2 Spanish today. I will DM you if you're here still. Wally, if you're here, which I've just seen you actually. Hello, Wally. Check your DMs. If you haven't seen it already, Tom's back. I can crack. Maybe Hammer Down Under. Maybe. You know. It's gonna. I'm probably just gonna be a buzz cut if we're being honest. But you know.
Talking about hair. I'd love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone else said it as well. Actually, someone asked if I've ever done a top knot for the Viking look. I've only ever done a top knot once, and that's because someone else was like, "You should do it." My friend Adam, well, our friend Adam actually, Tom's friends with him as well, who does rocker top knots, and he was like, "Rock a top knot," and I was like, "Nah." And then he went and got a hairband, and I did it, and we went to get chips. And it was less a Viking look, although the beard does make it Viking-esque. It was more of a samurai thing. Samurai thing, you know. But
shout out quickly, really quickly. Sorry to stop this.
I mean, you're not.
300. No, I am. 301 of you now in the Discord. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
300 members in the first week. Thank you, every single one of you that have joined up to us on the Discord. Link in the description if you haven't already. Stream links and all that good stuff in there that you can get involved with. But yeah, 300 of you in the Discord in the first week. Thank you very much. Tom, my wife, is asking for Maisie arigato. Arigato.
Shout out, Sat. Good to see you, my friend.
I will get her. Hang on.
I love that.
Just for you. Just for you.
Love that.
Maisie.
Do you know what? Let's go full screen for this.
Here she comes. Go on then. You go on the bed. You go on the bed. Oh, you want to come here? Okay. Down.
This is the content you came to see, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes and dog. It's dog time.
There we go. She's a bit tired. She's been out for a long walk today with me this morning, so well, she's a tired doggy. But there you go. Oh, she's getting a blanket for the stream. There you go.
Love that.
You should see my wife's happy face. Football choice vindicated. There you go. I will keep showing you Maisie, and you can keep watching the football. There you go.
It's a win-win situation. It's a win-win situation.
Go on then. Go on the bed. There you go.
I'm just going to eat, so I'm going to put you full screen as well.
Oh, Kufal into Antonio, who's unlucky there. There you go. Hello. There you go. The staple of the Hammers Chat channel. Do your washing, Tom? What do you mean do my washing? I've done all my washing this week. Everything's been washed and cleaned. But happy. The game is it's back to back to the football again. Yeah, that happy tail wag is all the world needs. She's a very happy doggy. She's well looked after. She's well looked after. She's yeah, so I just don't see Charlie scrunning some food. No, to be fair, if those of you that do have dogs and are dog owners, you know how greedy that Labradors can be and how big potentially they can get as well. And she's a very fit dog, very healthy dog. She's well looked after, as you can see. She is loved. She is loved, not by us, but by the chat and you at home as well. She reads all of your comments. It spurs her on in her everyday life. Anyway, back to the football. It was a lovely cross in there by Kufal onto Antonio's head. And I'll tell you what, we're unlucky there again. It was a great cross in, and Balbuena got there first. Look here, Cresswell, an absolute dynamite ball in again, and Balbuena got his head to it. Couldn't do anything with it, unfortunately. I tell you what, though, Charlie, Aaron Cresswell, talk to me. Aaron Cresswell.
Yeah, he's having a good game. And he's starting to find form again, which is good because it's been a couple of games now.
This has always been the problem, isn't it? It's one great game, one crap game, consistent for 2 weeks, shite for a month. How do we keep him? How do we keep it? Does anybody know in the chat how we keep him in this form? What do we have to do to Aaron Cresswell? I
don't know. It's just it's just good to see. It's just good to see because we need it right now. Now's the time when we need them to step up. Now's the time when we need the back five to be in form, and it's working right now. We've got them in form. We've got them doing bits, and that's the exciting thing.
Whoa! That is a bad old challenge for Johnny Evans, who has just upended Mikel Antonio. That was woeful. Of course, I'm now clips, even though I know he's here. But I'm not going to sit there and go, that was a red card, that was a red card. He absolutely clears him out. Whee! Did look worse than what it was, though, I will say. I think I will quite happily continue to slate Aaron Cresswell when he plays at left back, but when he plays at left centre back, he's a good player. I think we forget how good he actually was when he was playing centre back the first time round when David Moyes came in and he played him at left-sided centre half.
Oh, Johnny Evans, send him off! Send it, get him off! You bottleless git, insert referee's name.
He's giving me a yellow card. I can't speak.
I can't speak. He's giving him a yellow card.
You bottleless git, Campbell. You dickhead.
You dickhead.
Yeah, I will say though, like that first time he came in, David Moyes, he played very well at left centre half.
Very clumsy from Johnny Evans.
West Ham clips, does he foul him, Tom? Oh, it's a red card. It's a red card clips. If you haven't seen it, it's a red card. It's definitely a red card.
I can't speak.
Oh, God. Here comes Chenji's under. Oh, God. I'm just going to say now, it would... I mean, they're going back to a back four now because Amati is coming off and he is coming on. So I imagine they're switching to a back four. Scary times now. This is it. Leicester are making the first move. They're going for it. I am nervous. As you all heard me talking up Chenji's under before the game started, I'm nervous now because he is a talented boy. We'll have to see which way they go with it because obviously Maddison isn't out. Is he going to be on the left or the right? I don't know if they go back four. We go 4-2-3-1. We'll have to see. Anyway, Cresswell whips the ball in towards Ogbonna. Oh! No. Calm down, Tom. Oh, calm down. As well. Can they hear you or not? Okay.
They cannot hear me. I'm just talking essentially to myself.
So let's have a look. Yeah, they've gone into a back four now. But there is no Maddison today, thankfully, who is out actually with a calf injury, apparently. Didn't see that. Thai Swiss, the God Dripper, I'm pretty sure he's asking you, what a name, says, my hair doesn't grow that. much. What do you do to it, Charlie?
First of all, what a name!
Ty Swiss, the God Dripper.
Ty Swiss, the God Dripper. Do you listen to Ski Master, the Slump God? That's a question I have for you, sir. Burn a Flag, great song. Not as good as what was that other one he did? I feel like a Gucci ad lib. I can't remember. What do I do to it? I don't cut it, if I'm being honest. The key is it's just a mixture of not doing anything. So I just sort of leave it for a good long while, and eventually it gets there. It's not a. There's no tricks here. There's no tricks. There's no nothing. I'm just very lazy. And when I should get it cut, I don't. If anything, over the course of Hammer's Chat, this is short for me. I'm gonna sneeze.
It is short for me. I'll tell you what, though, it does grow very quickly. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it does. My hair does grow very quickly. You're all right about that. But it is a case of which it's just laziness on my behalf. I can't lie to you. Not that I'm that fussed. Usually, I don't really care. I'm not fussed about. Not fussed about what people think. But I am terrible at getting my hair cut. Because even when I look at it and go, oh, I want to get a haircut, I just don't bother.
Okay, Antonio is onside in acres of space. He's got one to aim at. Oh, Pablo Fornals. Johnny Evans has made a vital block there, supposedly. I didn't actually see that. Let's have a look here. Kufal just chipped it over the top to Antonio. Antonio is charged down to the byline to get to it. He's got only one to aim at in Fornals. He cuts it back, and that is a brilliant block by Johnny Evans. Fantastic block. But again, the new boy, Kufal, just expecting to see Antonio running in behind the back four, and it's a great little chip ball over the back towards Antonio, who does get there, but unlucky for Fornals, and it was a great block there by Johnny Evans. It is a corner to West Ham, though.
I'm just getting to the actual situation. Oh, go on, Mikkel.
Handball! Not.
Did Johnny Evans get a block? It doesn't look like on first shot, does it?
He did. I'm cannoning off his knee. Unfortunate.
Fair play. I think Johnny Evans is a really good centre-back.
He's old now.
We should have signed him when Leicester did. I'm stupid. Guess who centre-back partners with?
Corey Jones.
Craig Dawson. Get him in. Get him in together. Come on, boys. Thank you, Fred.
Says, I'm genuinely interested to know what and when changes people think Moyes should make.
Thank you, by the way, for everyone for saying stuff about my hair. That's nice. I'm very tired, and so my wall is down, so I'm liable to say stuff I wouldn't usually, but at the same time, I'm also taking everything incredibly to heart, so my heart has been warmed. The cockles are warm, as it were, thank you. Yeah, see...
half time, though.
That's fine, I don't really give a shit. If
I have to find it because he said it was hard to watch because of your unkept hair.
That was why everyone was talking about it, because I brought it up. I told him
that my man couldn't watch you based specifically on your hair.
He's not the first to have said it. He won't be the last.
He annoyed you that much. He doesn't look at you speak.
Everyone here knows, Tom more than most, that I love a good troll. Okay, I'm here for the trolls, right? I am. I think there's an art to it. And what I'll say about this, Tom, and it's the secret. The secret to a good troll is by annoying someone without ever doing anything. And so if me just sitting here annoys him so much, big dubs. Big dubs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Seaside was asking that.
That is that Aaron Cresswell? What a ball to Antonio! He's on his own there in space. Passes it back to Bowen. Bowen trying to shift it onto his left foot. He doesn't. Lays it off to Declan Rice. He passes it back to Antonio. Antonio straight at the keeper. Who played that crossfield pass there? Was that Cresswell or was that Jarrod Bowen?
I'll be able to tell you about 10
I'll have to see that. Was that Masuaku? What a ping! Like Pirlo in his prime. Arthur Masuaku. Right. What a pass!
Like a prime Pirlo.
What Swaz Tekker's ball, Jeremy Lynch style,
Yes.
unbelievable. Sorry,
Good,
can we just
good tackle from Ogbonna.
from those in the chat?
Masuaku, bang. Oh, what a ball!
It's unreal.
Fair play. Half Masuaku.
Tell you what, Tielemans has just given that up to Antonio, who's given it to Pablo Fornals. Fornals, who's passed it into Jarrod Bowen. Jarrod Bowen, he cuts it back across. Nobody there. I'll tell you what, Leicester at 6 and 7 here at the back. Are you still speaking English? Probably not, because we've all gathered that Tom can't do commentary.
Kirikos, are you not learned in the way of Swaztekers?
Oh, that was the. Do you not know my guy was the best on the ball at Arsenal
in the
era of
the Invincibles at 15?
Patrick Vieira, Robert Pires, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, Mark Overmars, all those guys.
Freddie Ljungberg, Edu, Robert Perez, Swaz Lynch. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, everyone. I do appreciate it.
What do you mean on, bro? He's Northern. I'm not Northern.
I mean, you are.
Just stop it. It was the Swaztekers that got me. Oh, well, what a man Swaztekers Lynch is.
It's just when it comes to being on the ball. If I was to describe him in one sentence, it would be better than Thierry Henry.
Oh yeah, sorry, Raisin here with the Arsenal fan circle, and I don't know if Glenn's still in here, but
yeah,
we've mentioned Arsenal. They're going to appear now.
Let's talk about. I mean, the Invincibles.
Their ears pricked.
An unreal set of footballers, to be fair.
Kelechi Iheanacho is waiting to come on. So far, the sub count is 2-0.
James Justin with a wild cross. Sat, please. It's a good joke, but please.
In the far German group where Swaz. I appreciate that. That was good.
Going back to the subs thing.
Oh, Swaztekers.
How did you only just figure this out? Jesus Christ. So, going back to the sub thing, because Seaside Hammer did bring it up at halftime as well. And I said I wouldn't make any changes at halftime. I usually think it's better to be proactive, but I just couldn't see a substitution I would make. I still don't know. Let me check who's on the bench. Let me check who's on the bench because I do think it bears talking about.
I think the annoying thing is I could say it doesn't matter because we ain't going to see him before the 80th minute at least. That legitimately, this is just giving David Moyes every reason to lick his lips to say we're not having another substitution. I tell you what, Leicester are coming into the game now since Cengiz Under has come on and they've switched to a back four, but it's also leaving them open at the back, which is why we're seeing West Ham really countering to some good effect right now. The game has opened up a lot more.
I would, at some stage, sooner rather than later, take off Bowen and put on Haller. Put Haller down the middle, put Antonio on the right, keep Fornals on the left. I understand that the obvious option would be taking Fornals off, but I think he does have that passing ability that would be useful. I think we get Haller on because, as we're sitting deep, we can just hit him with the long ball, and then Antonio can be sprinting through, play it through to him. Maybe you take off Fornals. I don't know, but
Harry Hands Harry. Link in the description. Discord. Join the Discord. There are links to the game in there. There are links to the game in there. I know you said you wish we could turn around and see the screen. We can't. We will get taken down. However, just click the Discord. Just Discord link in the description, mate. Click it. Join up. There are stream links in there you can get for free. And greetings from Brisbane and greetings from Yorkshire and North London.
There's a couple of other Australasians. That's not the phrase. In the chat as well. So welcome.
No worries. Thank you for tuning in. It's by the by. It doesn't matter because Aaron Cresswell plays another one in. I tell you what, and Aaron Cresswell's dead balls today, just ball in general have been unbelievable. Bowen has been quiet today. Antonio is given all sorts of problems getting in behind, especially down that right hand side. So I'd bring Haller on. I'd even do it as soon as 5 minutes time. But
so would I.
We're not going to see that.
I think having Haller on just allows us to have an outball that we don't necessarily have consistently otherwise.
Offers you something different as well.
Yeah, I agree.
And you can see the effect that Antonio has had. He's run Leicester's back four ragged all day long. Lovely ball there from Jarrod Bowen back to Soufal. It's. But hey, we're fans at home.
You don't have to qualify your opinion with that. It's clear you are. I don't think anyone's looking at your webcam currently and thinking, "Oh my god, he is in the dugout." But the dugout does look cozy. Also, Tom, just low key, real quick, I full screened you. I'm just looking at that bed sheet. That is that is a lovely wolf bedspread you've got going on there. It looks like a nice sort of rug, not rug. What's the word I'm looking for? Not duvet. What's between a duvet and a rug? What's the midway point? Huh? Blanket. It looks like a good blanket.
It's just to stop my bed from getting dirty when Maisie's.
I think you should deal with it. I think you should deal with it at all times. I think if anything, you should get it involved now.
There you go, Steve Jones. A throw.
Throw. I said, yeah, fair. I think you should get it now and hold it over you in a similar fashion to say when you go barbers and they put the thing around your neck so it stops the stuff. I want that. So I want wolf on your chest at all times.
Quickly, I will say, if anybody has watched Don't Fuck With Cats on Netflix, Luca Magnotta, he has the exact same blanket as that. So
well,
kind of creepy.
You've outed yourself there, my friend.
Yeah, but I realised when I watched it, it's one of the same blankets he has in his bed. He's pretty much the exact same one.
Yeah.
And now I have it. No correlation, but just.
And now you have it. It sounds like it passed down to you from him. I think you've worded that one poorly. I can't lie.
As we all know, as James Gunn alludes to as well, the one with the excellent reflexes as a keeper back in the day.
Yes. Shout out to who was it who put that out originally? Can't go online. Fake card.
Oh, cheeky around the world from Soufal. Love that.
I still can't believe Gonzo didn't think of that one. I still can't believe it. A blankie, yes, James Gunn. Like the Rugrats. Sorry, I'm very tired. My brain is it's moving in mysterious ways. Like Jesus.
Soufal has a long throw, did you know?
Does he?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that, I can't lie.
Get ready for it.
I've enjoyed him today.
Oh, what a challenge that is. Who's that? Thomas Suchek or Aaron Cresswell? Oh, no, of course it's Declan Rice. Of course it's Declan Rice. Wait, what? What's happening here? Whoa!
I know, Jeffrey, I know. My brain, it's just, we're here now. We're here.
On Bro says, Charlie, you sound like you spend the night in Gonzo's shed on LSD.
Brother, it was worse than that. I played Pez and spoke to Rebecca. Which is very similar. It's very similar experience. Oh, big shot. He does have a long throw, doesn't he? It's very exciting.
You've only just had that.
Yeah, well, it's only just happened.
What time are you on?
68, 21, 22, 23.
Okay.
I'm essentially a minute behind at this point. The stream's crashed like 3 times, so I've just been ignoring it. Just when I get to see stuff, I get to see it.
Sorry. Jeffrey Stelling, my left back, showed up this week with a hangover to practice.
Iniacho, do you want to be any more higher, my friend?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was like, bloody hell.
like, calm down, lad.
Yeah, I showed up to a few basketball games hungover from the night before. It's not been nice. It's been horrible, actually. Oh dear, Charlie. 2 people specifically in the chat, Kirikash and Tom Eke, not happy that you play Pez.
Yes, Pro Evolution Soccer, because it's better than FIFA. Where is it? Here it is.
People talking as well about what the end of the bread is called. Defo the knob end of the bread.
What do you actually call it? It's a good question.
Knob end of a bread.
Okay, well, that's just a bit weird.
Well, it's the knob end, isn't it?
I've never heard literally anyone in the history of the world say that.
I tell you what, I will say that it's so hard for Leicester when look how many bodies when you get there in a minute that West Ham throw into the box whenever a Leicester player gets into. Look how many bodies that they're surrounded with. So many West Ham shirts. We've done so well. And what knob end? Yeah, it is. It's the knob end of the bread.
I agree with Rebecca. It's the crust.
No, it's the knob end.
Can you stop saying the knob end, please?
It's the knob end of the
You're
bread.
saying it with frightening repetition. I don't know what.
Yeah, because it's the knob end of the bread.
I've literally never heard anyone describe it as the knob end of the bread before. And my granddad is literally from Yorkshire. So it's not even a Yorkshire thing. I've never heard anyone call it the knob end.
It literally is the knob end of the bread.
Loads of people getting involved. James Conn, where are you? Are you...
Go on, Deck.
You don't have to tell me.
Go on, Deck. Go on, Deck. Oh, he's in a bar. Oh, my word.
Declan Rice
Declan Rice just carried it about 40 yards and then just hit the underside of the bar. That was almost unbelievable from Rice. He takes it from the halfway line inside his own half. He's got so much space to run into. He just keeps running and running and running, and then he hits it with his left foot on the underside of the bar and back out. Bloody Decky Rice, what a man!
CB, he always the other one that I know, and crust is all over the bread. I think that's a fair point. That is a fair point. So I know heel as well, but knob end is just a new one to me. Declan Rice picks up the ball in his own half, starts charging. How has he outpaced? Oh, bloody hell. That would have been a banger, wouldn't it? How has he outpaced Mendy?
Charlie Boy appears when we're talking about bread. Welcome, Charlie Boy. Lovely to see you. My guy. All the way out there in
Brooklyn, absolute legend. Love CB. I'm lounging, Tom. I've begun a lounge.
Shall I lounge with you?
Get involved in the lounge, bro.
Lounge with you, shall I? Let me take my chair all the way back. Let's lounge together. Let's lounge.
We'll go from you lounging to me lounging to you lounging. Look at that. It's just big lounge techers, Tom.
Let's lounge together.
Let's lounge together, my friend. We're just out here, just chilling.
I mean, when West Ham are winning so comfortably, the chat taking care of themselves. We're talking about knob ends and bread. Declan Rice is hitting the crossbar. We're 2-0 up. Just lounging about.
You just love to see it, you know. We lounge. Moyes is probably in a similar position right about now, you reckon?
I reckon that David Moyes is sat somewhere in his house, somewhere in in East London, or in Essex, somewhere posh. And I reckon he's sat in his sofa with his kilt on. No boxers, no nothing. He's just got his kilt on. And he has his legs spread, and he's currently aerating his testicles with a fan.
Fair.
And he's looking at it going,
And today...
West Ham.
And
I went. It's what I do. I went.
That's what I do. Listen, today of all days, you would allow him. You would allow him that. You would allow him.
I went. It's what I do. I went.
Just his wife just sat there like, please stop. He's like, it's what I do.
David, stop it. I'm sorry,
David.
Karen. I win. It's what I do. I win.
David, what you do is you sit there and you do nothing all day. That was a terrible Scottish accent. You're welcome, everyone.
Is how's the sub bingo going? I think who entered sub bingo? I think it was just you, Eric. So you're still in, I think. Yeah, if you want to play sub bingo, everybody, let's go.
Do you know what I need to do? I need to start like writing it down as it happens, so we can fully sub bingo it up. Get a spreadsheet going. Order it by flipping sometimes.
I'm telling you, someone is going to win a vase from sub bingo. I promise.
Thank you, Fo. Appreciate it, my friend. Declan Rice captain, you gotta love it. Yeah, you do.
Tom Echo said, "What if you have to ask for the end of the bread? Can I have your knob end?" Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Listen, I mean, just my man's just sat there aerating his testicles.
So we've got a couple of people coming in. People coming in with the sub bingo. I mean, it's a bit difficult to do it now. Obviously, we're so late in, but we've got a 9. Jeffrey Stelly, I'm going to win sub bingo 90 plus 32. There you go. That's probably the most accurate one. James Gunn, 82 minutes. Tom Eke, 93rd minute. I'll tell you what. Next. When's the next match? We don't have one midweek now because we're at a cup, do we? So it'll be next weekend.
Yeah. It's 2 weeks now. We've got the international break.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Of course. Okay. So when we come back after the,
We're not going to be on your screens for 2 weeks. You will get a break.
You're welcome. What I'll do is I'll get a spreadsheet going. We'll do sub bingo. We could do it on the Discord as well.
Could.
We could make a channel specifically.
I will say it as well. That, like I said, if you play sub bingo, the way I'm pretty sure it's going to work is if you play sub bingo and you write it down every week, and for those that donate to enter, it can be like a pound, or so basically anybody that donates to play sub bingo, I will put you in a pot my end, right? And I will keep all the names together. And then at the end of each month, I'll put you in a pot and I may draw for a winner of a vase or something. So we can get the giveaway section.
Like the FA Trophy vase, but with
the
IKEA Vataten or whatever the hell it was called.
And then it sort of helps. Because if it's international shipping and all that kind of stuff, it kind of helps with that. So I may do that. I really want to.
It's an idea. We'll look into and we'll think about it because it's not a bad idea. It'll be fun. But we'll do that next. When
one of you will be sat here with one of these very soon. If I get my way.
We will. We'll think about that, and I'll come up with a spreadsheet, and we'll keep track of the sub bingo entries next time.
We have also said, just quickly, whilst this as West Ham are defending resolutely, and I have been all afternoon, we've just got currently 2 banks of 5. Just they cannot break us down. If you haven't joined the Discord already, right? This is genuinely, myself and Charlie were talking the other day, we're going to look to do game nights in the Discord going forward. Yeah. So this, I wouldn't usually do this, but I'm going to quickly plug my YouTube channel and Charlie's YouTube channel because we are going to be streaming it, both of us.
Yeah.
We are going to be streaming it and do Discord nights, maybe once or twice a week. Myself and Charlie are going to rotate it. But we're going to try and do it so it's giving back to you guys so we can enjoy it. We can have a laugh. We'll stream it on our own YouTube channels. Get involved. It actually sounds like a fun idea. Charlie mentioned it to me the other night. And we did like a stream that was kind of off. We had it unlisted because we weren't really sure, but it was just us playing FIFA with Jim from our Discord and the American Hammers. And it was actually really good fun. And it made us think, we want to get you
specifically the guy who puts the stream links in our Discord and so does a lot of stuff with American Hams as well.
Yeah, so we are basically saying we want it so we can sort of give back to you guys, so you feel being part of the Discord is worth it in a way. So
yeah, we're just trying. We want it to be fun for everyone together. So we're looking into it. We're going to figure it out.
Our best to try and.
We probably will do the first one over the international break. So
yes.
Yeah.
Just quickly, whilst everyone is here, like I said, I'm only going to do this today just because I've mentioned it, but I'm going to drop Charlie's link on my channel link so you guys can keep up to date. So you can subscribe to us and you can keep up to date with when we actually go live. That is Charlie's YouTube channel. If you click on that, hit subscribe on that. Click on and hit subscribe on that so you'll know when Charlie goes live and we're doing it again. We will announce it in the Discord. And that is my one as well. So yes, click on that and subscribe. And like I said, we can try and get everyone involved and doing like games nights and stuff in the Discord. There you go.
I'll say it once more, maybe twice. Who knows? We'll see. Patreon, best time to do it. Get involved. Beginning of the month is the time where you get the most bang for your buck. It's the time when it makes the most sense. Right now. Now is the time. I want you to come on my podcast on the Patreon. Our Patreon exclusive podcast, Two Spanners, One Hammer.
You could be on the Two Spanners, One Hammer with this man.
With me. You can insult my hair to my face. And you know what? I'd respect it because you were a patron. But yeah, thank you everyone. Appreciate it. Foshizi with a £2 donation. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
88th minute double substitution. Do you know what? He does like a double, doesn't he?
He does like a double.
He does.
We are now past the 80th minute, though. We are now past the 80th minute. I'll tell you what, though. Shout out to West Ham because they have just been met by a double wall of just 10 people today.
Yeah.
We have defended so well today. Antonio's onside here. They've looked for the offside flag. Antonio straight at the keeper, and then the flag goes up.
Sorry, everyone.
What's happening?
Nah, it was just the loud bings. The bings of a website one should not be on, probably.
But one should not be on.
Do you know what? We're backing out of that. Becca, you're more than welcome to comment and insult my hair. What are you doing next Sunday? I'm trying to find someone for next Sunday, so you're more than welcome. Jeffrey studied the best time to join the Hampshire Patreon is all the time. Yes, Jeffrey. Jeff, my man knows. You just get more videos. And it's not just me. You get more videos from the other two as well. You know? Tom's been on Two Spanners. Tom's the person who's been on the most.
Really?
Yeah, you've been on 3 times, I think.
3 times, yeah.
And once as a host and then 2 as the guest.
Yeah.
Just look at that. It's just out here destroying. I think who else has been on 3? Maybe Wally was on 3. No, Wally was on twice.
Hairy Hands Harry can't get into Discord. Says my email has been taken already. Well, at which point I would say click forget password. Anyway, West Ham again are on the counter attack. Jared Bowen is in acres of space there. He's played in behind Bowen to finish the game off. It's 3-0. Get in. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at it. Ted Crilly on the sideline does not know what to do with himself. Absolutely brilliant team goal there from West Ham.
You love to see it.
So whilst we wait for it to happen on Charlie's screen, I'll take you through what happened here. Jared Bowen, what a goal. What a goal. Okay, let's have a look. So Leicester have piled a lot of men forward at this point.
Oh, what a ball by Fornals. Sorry.
Fornals, who drift inside.
Big.
Plays it in between 2 Leicester defenders to Bowen, who was kind of cutting through as he does into the middle. What a ball that is from Pablo Fornals. He just splits the defenders, giving something for Jared Bowen to run into the space. And with his left foot, he guides it beyond Kasper Schmeichel. And it is 3-0 to West Ham. And that is a game, set, and match. Jazz, anti-Moyes Brigade, take that. I'm not going to fucking do that yet. I swear to God, we're not going to have this bloody...
Let's not have this conversation yet again.
We're not doing it again. We're not doing it again. We're not doing it again. We're not doing it again.
I'll just say it's Jazz. David Moyes is not a good manager. But it's fine. Big plays. I will like to say that I said we were going to pick up points and beat Leicester at the beginning of the season. Guess what happened? We picked up points and we beat Leicester. Thank you very much, everyone. For everyone who says I'm wrong, big points for Jazz. Jazz! Calling me street Jazz! Ugh. Alright, Jazz and James, calm down, both of you. I'll time you both out. Don't make me become Daddy Johnny. I'm too tired for this. So I'm just messaging Wally.
Wally? Oh.
Yeah.
Lovely. It was so good. It was well taken by Bowen as well at the end there. It was unbelievable. What a ball from Pablo Fornals again, who drifts inside to the centre to play it in there. No, it's just true. You give him credit. Yes, he's done well. I give him credit. He's done well today. I will do it. I will do it on a week in, week out basis. Kyrgios, I hate this reductive argument, and we may as well say anti-ball brigade, anti-selling Grady brigade, anti-moving Upton Park, whenever. Yeah, I just look. It's like I said. I take it by the by. I think his in-game management is shit, but tactically at the start of games he sets up well, but he just doesn't close games well. His in-game management is poor. And like I said, the fact that we're waiting until the 85th minute to make a substitution in a Premier League game, in back-to-back games, is literally nigh on laughable at this point. It is actually shocking management. But no, Jazz, I'm happy. I'm happy. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy. Here we go. Double substitution coming up in the 86th minute. It's a joke. I will quite happily say it. It is a joke.
I did say he does love a double. Who said it? Was it Foe?
It is a joke.
Who said it? Was it Foe?
It is a joke.
88th minute double. Close.
And don't get me wrong. I'm happy for him. He's proved tactically as well.
Tom, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Breathe in. Breathe out. There we go. Okay. Big dub's coming.
Okay, we're on the counter.
There we go.
Mikel Antonio was taking a horrible touch.
Harry Hands Harry, good question. This is the 85th minute. Who's your man of the match? Tom?
Any number of them. Cresswell, Fornals, Soufal. I almost opt to go with. I think I would opt for either Cresswell or Fornals today. I think they've been brilliant.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Not sure which yet though. Who did I pick? Fornals, Cresswell, Antonio, Rice. I don't know. I'll have a little think. I'll come back to that. Come back. Black Amex Vlogs believes it's Ogbonna. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
He's
enough.
very passionate about Ogbonna.
He's very passionate about Ogbonna, isn't he?
Yeah. Antonio as well, Ronnie Stocks today. Unbelievable. Well done from him as well. Quickly, we are getting to that point of the stream where we're nearly finished. Gio and Gonzo will be live at full time. We will drop the link so you don't have to go anywhere. So you can go over to those guys and watch them pour their hearts out on the review about how good Vlad has been today and everyone else. So if you are here and you haven't, there are 189 of you in here. Come on, let's push the like above 100. That's our target every week, is to get at least 100 likes on these watch-alongs. Just 3 more of you need to click it. And you'll make Charlie and Tom happy for the rest of the day, as we have tried our best to keep you entertained on this early Saturday morning. As it hits 100 likes, thank you everybody that has done that. Thank you guys, means a lot. Cheers. But yeah, I don't think anybody saw this coming. I think I bet you. I know you were positive, Charlie. I'll give you that credit. You were positive about it. Yeah, Black Amex. I'm just 5 minutes. Just chill out, my dude. Thanks for your intensity though and hype. I like the fact that you liked it as well. Just quickly, I will say you were positive. One of the only positive ones here. My brother's probably going to appear in a minute and say, "Oh, I said 2-1 West Ham as well."
He did say 2-1.
I don't think you saw the 3-0 scoreline though.
No, I said in the original show at the beginning of the season, I said 2-1. And I did think Leicester had goals in them today. I'm surprised they haven't scored. But I didn't think that's what I do. I win. I did think that I win. Yeah, no, there was a big opportunity for a win though, because they're too open. It's Brendan Rodgers' eternal problem, is he's too open.
That's what I do. I win.
And the thing is, the reason why David Moyes' system works is because you have to be open enough to go for it to try and break the team down, and that just gives you more space to counterattack, if you want to put it in the bluntest terms possible. Yeah. And Brendan Rodgers in general is one to try and be very open in the first place anyway.
Jamie Vardy's through on goal here, potentially for 3-1, and he has spooned it wide. I set you as my captain this week, you prick.
So it's one of those things where it's like, I always thought there was the space to do it. I always thought there was the time to do it.
Sorry, Dibble heard me shout. She's come in. I apologise. Who would have thought at this point, the last 2 weeks, that we would have scored 7 goals without conceding any in the Premier League? Shout out to everybody that set Jamie Vardy as their captain this week. Prick. Callum Joloff, please, lads, put some respect on his name.
Whose?
On David Moyes' name.
Oh. Nah.
for about the 10th time this stream.
That's an
I will credit
awful
him.
finish from
He
David. From Jamie
deserves
Vardy.
credit. I am quite happy to credit him. He tactically set us up well this week. He tactically set us up well the last week. However, then you throw in what he did against Everton, and that's why he's a shit manager sometimes, and he's a good manager other times. The substitution stuff, the fact that you can go through 94 minutes in the game when losing 4-1 and not make a single substitution, that's the bad side of David Moyes.
I'd put respect
again,
on it. Tom, let me put it this. I'd put respect on his name if he was a good manager. Unfortunately, I can't. So, it was an awful finish by Jamie Vardy, by the way. Someone who's that clinical to just scoop it in such a terrible way is unreal. What a performance, though. What a performance.
Yeah. The whole squad has been unbelievable. Credit to all the players today, because they take a lot of stick sometimes for the way that they perform. But David Moyes has done well tactically to set us up like this, and the players have gelled very well the last couple of weeks in this system, and they are playing just extremely well at the moment. They're as Soufal again. Look at that! It's the 91st minute, but he's flying in challenges all over the place. He's worked very hard today. But yeah, it's just it's fair play.
Good tackle, Aaron Cresswell. Love that as well from I think it was Declan Rice. Made the tackle, and as he was going trotting back, I think it was Declan Rice.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to sneeze.
Just flipping, like clapping him and high fiving him as he goes past. Just good times.
Will Moyes be on the touchline? Of course he will. Yeah, he will.
This is a good question. I don't. Well, it's not a good question. It's more just Charlie hasn't been concentrating. Has he been doing post-match interviews, or has it been Irvine?
I haven't seen him. Short 1-2. Oh, what a team goal that is! Bloody hell! What a team goal that is!
Right, I assume it's Leicester because you're not screaming.
That is literally like the Arsenal goal against Norwich a couple of seasons ago. When you get to see this, watch this. Justin to Barnes to Iheanacho, from Iheanacho to bloody hell, wait, hang on a second. Justin to Barnes, Iheanacho, Barnes, Vardy, Barnes, bang. What a goal that was. That was just short, sharp. Look at that. What a goal that is. Unbelievable. That's the quality they possess, but we've been able to shut that down all day. I mean, that is Jamie Vardy.
Barnes.
Great team goal.
That was really good, yeah.
Great team goal.
That was really good.
Doesn't matter because it's the 93rd minute and we are about to win 3-1. But that's the quality that they possess. And we've managed to... Oh, wait, no. They're calling it back for offside. We may yet still keep our clean sheet, Charlie.
Oh, sure. I'll keep it as
Jamie Vardy potentially is offside here. It is Jamie Vardy. It looks like he's offside. He's offside. We've kept a clean sheet.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, it's confirmed. He's offside. We've kept a clean sheet.
What
a goal that was. Legitimately, that was such a good team goal. Yeah, but West Ham somehow clean a clean sheet.
Unreal.
Unbelievable. He is offside. Well, that is it pretty much. Do you want to say goodbye to the peeps today?
Cheers, everyone.
I will get the link ready for.
As Tom gets the link, I'll say it one last time because it's forever true today. Patreon, have a gander, consider it. Now's the time. Thank you everyone for joining us. It's been much appreciated. I am almost awake now. I don't think I'm fully awake, and I don't think I will be for the rest of today. When I saw my mum before I went on, she was like, "You're gonna have a rough one." And I was like, "Yep." But I appreciate it all. Tom's about to spam the link to the review in the.
I didn't need to do that. That was gonzo. Let's just wait until we hit time.
So thank you everyone. Tom, tell me the second it's gone full time for you. We appreciate you joining. We appreciate you coming along for the ride. Shout out to Fo, shout out to Rebecca, shout out to James, shout out to Eric, all the people who came along today and donated as well. Beautiful times. Go check out the link. Spam it. Begin the spamation.
Wait, hang on. We'll do quick. What should we get them to say?
Whatever you want, man. I'm too tired to think of anything.
Tartan Army. Type that. Tartan Army.
Tartan Army is the phrase. Go check it out, everybody. Good to see you all. Remember, we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Thank you to everyone that's joined today. Really appreciate everything.
See you later, everyone.
Love you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.